Yes, Chelsea fans, here we go. It's Chelsea versus Liverpool. It's the game where I can't stand Liverpool. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are the same. Can't stand them, never have. And hopefully, we can get the right result. Alonso, Len, good to see you in Woodshadow as well, and Jane. How are we all feeling? So, Romelu Lukaku on the bench once again. What do you think about that? This is Chelsea versus Liverpool. This is a game we look forward to every single season because of the most recent history since Abramovich has been in charge, when he was in charge. Say more about that. And I just can't stand him. Can't stand Liverpool. I have to say it. So, this is a chance for Chelsea to win their fourth trophy since last May, which is just unbelievable. Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, the Club World Cup, and now the Carabao Cup. This is the fourth trophy on offer. Sorry, the third trophy on offer for us this season. There's 3 more to go. I think we can all agree that the Premier League gone. But we're still in with a shout at the Champions League and the FA Cup in addition to this game. Plenty of focus and plenty of content building up to the game on Abramovich, on what's happening in Ukraine, which no one wants to see. And to be honest with you, it's been no surprise that Abramovich has come out and released a statement that he has and stepped back. Bearing in mind there was the pressure from the MPs and everybody else to freeze his assets and do all that sort of stuff. So that was expected. Chelsea's statement this morning was very short and sweet when it came to Ukraine. But they made one. And that's the most important thing. And now let's focus on the football. So as we focus back on the football, headlines already with the fact that Romelu Lukaku is on the bench. And there's a return to the starting 11 for Mason Mount and Nathaniel Chalobah. Trevor Chalobah even. Nathaniel. Trevor Chalobah's back in. We knew that Andreas Christensen got a knock with his Achilles in training yesterday or building up to the game. And we half expected there to be maybe Azpilicueta coming in and playing a centre-back role, possibly. But he's gone with Chalobah and fair play. Let's just hope he doesn't make the same error that he did in the home game in the Premier League against them. But let's just focus. So I'm just going to go through the Chelsea team. The Chelsea 11 that kicks off today. And there's also comment was made, would it be Kepa? Would it be Edouard Mendy? And it's Mendy. Mendy's in goal with Chalobah, Thiago Silva and Rudiger at the back. That's the back 3. The midfield 4, Aspi on the right-hand side and captain, as we know, Conte, Kovacic and Alonso. Mount, Havertz and Pulisic start. Have to say, being honest, tough on Hakim Ziyech. I have to say that. Ziyech has been in great form. And it's tough on him. But I've just looking at the subs, I've noticed that Ziyech is not even on the bench. So there's obviously a reason that Hakim Ziyech is out. The subs are Kepa, Reece James, good to see him back. Malang Sarr, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Sal Niguez, Hudson-Odoi, Lukaku and Werner. So no Hakim Ziyech. And I've not been on Twitter. I've been dealing with the family. I took my little boy swimming, that sort of thing. So I've not been on social media at all. So I'm sure there's a reason why Hakim Ziyech is not involved. Anyway, let's focus on the starting 11. And the starting 11 is good. It's good to see Conte and Kovacic in the midfield again. The two of them together, dovetailing and busy. Their energy all around that midfield area. From the defensive third to the attacking third. Great to see. Mason Mount back in to lead our press going forward with Christian Pulisic in behind Kai Havertz again. And I like the fact that Kai Havertz is playing again because he's very, very mobile. We saw against Lille, very mobile. Look today for the Kai Havertz, Mason Mount and Cesar Azpilicueta combination down that right-hand side to try and attack and pin back Andrew Robertson if he's playing. I haven't even looked at Liverpool's team. Not interested. So the games this season have been draws. We all know that Chelsea were excellent against Liverpool at Anfield and got turned over by a red card that was never a red card. It should have been a yellow for Reece James, and that turned the whole tide of the game. Liverpool managed to nick a 1-1, but to be fair, Chelsea were outstanding on the day. And let's be honest, second half in the most recent game, Chelsea were outstanding in that game. 2 down and fought back to 2-2. Remember, Kovacic and his excellent volley. Martin, good to see you in as well. And Paul, good to see you as well. So, good to see the members are in. We're going to keep this going. We're going to build this up. The flags are waving inside the stadium. Been a packed house at Wembley. Obviously, the cup final last season, I had 8,000 fans. Wembley's going to be full. And this is a big, big game. Massive, massive game. So, Chelsea fans, members in the chat, let me know. What do you think a score prediction would be? And who's key in today's game? What player on each side? I think each side. Look at me. What player in the Chelsea team for you today is key? Let me know in the comment section. I think for me, Mason Mount is key today. I think his press, leading the press in that attacking third in place of Hakim Ziyech, I think that's key. And I think that he could create and craft, as we all know, likes to drop in that space, in that right-hand side channel in front. In that area, it's in between the centre-back and the left-back, just in front of him, in that little bit of space behind the midfield. And I think Chelsea would get a lot of joy today. I want to see old Dick Van Dijk put under pressure today. We need to see that. I'm sick and tired of people raving about Van Dijk like he's God's gift, and he isn't. He's not at all. If only we could have had Didier Drogba playing up against Van Dijk. If only we could have seen Diego Costa play against Van Dijk, then I think you'll find that old Dick Van Dijk is not as good as people make him out to be. I don't think he's tested enough in the Premier League. And at the moment, I think he's got it easy when it comes to centre forwards anyway. So, players are in the tunnel. They got both sets of players have got a bouquet or wreaths of flowers with yellow and blue, obviously, for the Ukrainian flag, taken out. And it's interesting to see that Liverpool have gone with Kelleher in goal. Kelleher's in goal. Liverpool look like a full strength. So, players are coming out of the tunnel now, onto the Wembley, the hallowed Wembley turf. Come on, Chelsea, let's do this today. Give us a good performance. Give us a third trophy of the season so far. Thiago Silva looking cool, calm and collected as always. Outstanding against Lille the other night. Wallen, how are you? Good to see you in. Absolutely amazing the other night, Thiago Silva. Brilliant player. So, I'm confident in this game. I think we're going to win this by 2, whether it's 2-0 or 3-1. And I think that Mason Mount will be the main man today for us. He dictates our press going forward and shutting them down. And I want to see us give them a torrid time. A packed full Wembley is good to see. But obviously there's going to be... Now, I can't have the sound on, as you all know. The big screens at Wembley have got the Ukrainian flag with football stands together showing on the screens. And both sets of players lined up with the Ukrainian wreath they've got. Both sides have got that laying on the pitch in front of them. We're seeing a round of applause around the stadium. Plenty of people in the stands have got Ukrainian flag held high. A young Chelsea fan holding the Ukrainian flag. It's applause going around the stadium and going around all the players applauding Ukraine and what's happening out there, which is just unbelievable. Old Putin wants to create himself another Russian empire, and he's not going to get it. So yeah, looking at the moment, the TV coverage is focusing on Marina Granovskaya there. Absolutely stunning, isn't she? You have to say that about Granovskaya. And Bruce Buck, of course. But I've lost my train of thought, whatever I was saying there. Never mind. Waffling. Absolutely waffling. So, national anthem now. Been played out at Wembley. The only reason I know that is because it's appeared on the big screen saying national anthem. We're about 4 or 5 minutes away from kickoff. Obviously, I'm watching this on the Sky Sports app, so I'm delayed by a minute, as you guys all know. Good to see the members in. Great. Thank you for being here and joining on the stream. Mane, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Keita, Diaz, Robertson, Matip, Fabinho, Henderson, and Kelleher is their team. Clock, thank you. I'm not sure who that is doing the national anthem. So Diaz gets a nod ahead of Firmino and Jota. I know Jota's been injured and he's on the bench. All the players got to join up together like they did. Yeah, all the players are mixing for a team photograph, a big photograph with the Ukrainian Reeves in front, with Cesar Azpi next to Jordan Henderson. It's quite funny. They've mixed the teams up, but literally you've got one side which is mainly Liverpool with Rudiger in the middle of them. The other side is mainly Chelsea, and it's got Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold in with all of them. So Tuchel and Jurgen Klopp are taking the Reeve off the pitch back into Alisson sitting and Thiago injured in the warm-up. Ozzy, how are you, mate? Good to see you in. Welcome along, mate. Yeah, so I can't listen to the commentary. I can't have the sound on. So Chelsea's team, just to confirm this, as we get moving, Edouard Mendy's in goal. Would it be Kepa? Would it be Mendy? He's gone with Mendy. Said the other day he's the number one. He's gone with him. Trevor Chalobah is in for the injured Christensen, next to Thiago Silva and Tony Rudiger. The midfield four, Azpilicueta, Conte, Kovacic, Marcus Alonso. People talk about Conte, injury prone, but I always say what he gives you when he's fit. No, you just can't buy it. The two behind the front man is Christian Pulisic and Mason Mount. Up top, Kai Havertz. He's been advertised as a 3-4-2-1 formation, but we all know it's a 3-4-3. Kepa, Jorginho, Lukaku, Werner, Loftus-Cheek, Sal, Hudson-Odoi, and a couple of others on the bench. Liverpool, Kelleher in goal. Klopp stuck by him. He's been there all game or all season in the Carabao Cup. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Henderson, Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, Keita, Salah, Mane and Diaz. Now you look at Liverpool's midfield three, Henderson, Keita and Fabinho, and you look at where the creativity is. I have to say that, honestly. 4-3-3 up against a 3-4-3 with Konate, Alisson, Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Minamino, Jota, Tsimikas, Origi, Elliott on the bench for Liverpool. No Firmino on the bench. So, I feel confident about today. I've got to say that. I have to say that I feel confident. Welcome people watching the stream. Thank you for joining. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. If you want to join in the chat, then can you make sure if you want to join in the chat, I should say, is make sure you hit join on the channel homepage, become a member. It's only £1 a month. So, what's going on here? Oh, Thiago's crying in the stands. What's happened to Thiago? What did you say earlier? Something's happened with Thiago. What? He's crying in the stands. He's being comforted by Alisson, but he's crying his eyes out. Someone put it in the chat earlier. Thiago injured in the warm-up. Dale, good to see you in, mate. So, as we look at Wembley from the camera positions, looking at the bench, facing the benches in front of us, Chelsea are kicking from right to left. Liverpool will be kicking off, kicking towards the Chelsea fans. Obviously, Chelsea kicking away towards the Liverpool fans. We're about to get up and running with Liverpool kicking off with Jordan Henderson about to kick the game off. Everyone takes a knee, applause from all the fans, and we kick off and Henderson goes back straight away to Matip. He's just going to launch it, and he does. Over to that right-hand side, Azpilicueta steps in front of Diaz and wins the first duel and puts it out of play for Liverpool throw-in, which Robertson's going to take halfway inside our half. Long ball looking for Diaz again. Once again, Azpi for the second time steps in front. heads it away. Liverpool throwing again with Robertson, and this time it's level with the edge of our penalty box. That's how far they've moved on. Robertson to take it. They're obviously targeting Azpilicueta. So Robertson to take the throw-in. Diaz, Mane goes short. Loose touch, followed up by Chalobah, who just has a bit of a Peter Kay have it moment and just whacks it into the stands. There's another Liverpool throw-in, but they've been pushed back a bit further now. They're back towards halfway inside our half from the edge of the penalty box. And Liverpool throwing once again up the line to Diaz, up against Aspi, goes back to Robertson. Conte Nixon and wins it. Tries to find Kai Havertz, played off the Liverpool player, and Chelsea have got a throw-in right in front of Thomas Tuchel. And Thomas Tuchel and Klopp are both up in their technical areas already. Chelsea's throw-in has found Mason Mount, who's done great, to sweep it out to his left-hand side to Alonso. 30 yards from goal, left wing, up against Alexander-Arnold. Neither Chelsea player was near him, so he held it up and has gone back to Rudiger. Rudiger back to Thiago Silva. Silva into Kovacic, being shut down and pressed by Liverpool. Back to Silva, back to Rudiger. Salah goes across, he just goes back, nice and simple, to Edouard Mendy on the penalty spot with the ball at his feet. Plays it out to Kovacic, shut down by Henderson. Back to Mendy, and Henderson forced him to blast it, and he does, up to halfway. Havertz doesn't win the header, but Fabinho flicks it backwards. And straight away, Van Dijk had Pulisic and Mount all around him. Gives it to Robertson, and both of those two, Pulisic and Mount, have gone, pressed hard, early, and forced it straight out of play. Well done, Chelsea there. Busy, that's what we want to see. People talk about Lukaku, but with Lukaku, there's not a lot of movement. You've got to be honest. With Pulisic and Mount and Havertz, there's movement all over the place. And it's noticeable in the game that Mason Mount started on the left-hand side of the number 10s, with Pulisic on the right. Anyway, Chelsea's throw-in's gone backwards, just to keep on a possession. We're working it across our back line, back out to Aspi, but he's been pressed straight away by Robertson. Plays it out of play of him for Chelsea throw-in. 10 yards inside our half. Yeah, Marina's distracted us, yeah, big time. So, once again, look at the two managers, the two German managers, 17 games. Klopp's won 9 of them. Tuchel's won 3 of them. Long throw up the line, hits the back of Pulisic on his head, and then Van Dijk clears the ball away. Up over halfway. Chalobah does well to nick him behind Diaz, who goes down asking for a free kick. Referee says no chance. Liverpool throwing again, very bitty at the minute. I don't think there's been 5 or 6 passes put together yet. And Kovacic has pressed Robertson and won the ball off him, and then played it off of the feet of Mane, and it's another Chelsea throw-in. If you've got the betting app, you've gone for a bit of a bet with the bookies and number of throw-ins in the first 5 minutes. Chelsea break now. Mason Mount from midfield trying to find Alonso. The ball's a bit short. Alexander-Arnold comes in front of him, plays it off of Alonso, goes out of play for a Liverpool goal kick. It was good from Chelsea to throw him. Took it up to Kai Havertz, who lays it off to Mason Mount, who then drives out from right to left. And the referee's getting some stick already from Liverpool players. I don't know why. But it's a free kick being given away on Matip now. Foul on Matip as they took the ball. They took the goal kick short. I think Kai Havertz has fouled him. Alexander-Arnold now takes a free kick short to Jordan Henderson. Halfway inside his own half. Launches the ball over top for Mane. It goes over everybody. Thiago Silva lets it go. It goes through to Edouard Mendy. Mendy's got the ball. Just taking his time. Liverpool pushed right up on the edge of the box. Mendy drops it and rolls out Chalobah. They're pressing this, but he does well to avoid the press. Finds Aspi. Havertz drops. Pulisic drops. Gives it back to Aspi, back to Chalobah. Liverpool still pressing, and now Mendy's launching it up to halfway. Who's underneath it? Matip. It's actually Van Dijk, but he heads it backwards, but they've done well to win it back, Liverpool. And they play it forward to Mane. Outright right to Salah. Edge of the box. Comes in on his left foot. Holds back possession. 3 Chelsea players around him, holding him up. Well done, Chelsea. He's forcing backwards to Fabinho. Fabinho plays the ball right wing. Out to Alexander-Arnold. Cross blocked by Alonso. Rudiger lets it bounce. Then finds Mason Mount, who tries to turn Salah, and he does. But Salah nips in and wins it back off of him. And does well. But then Kai Havertz does well to play it off of Salah. And goes out of play for a Chelsea throw-in on halfway. Well done, Mason Mount. Good. Mohamed Salah got the ball on the right wing there, right on the edge of the box, and was surrounded straight away. So was forced back on his left foot, had to go backwards, which was good to see. Just hope we can continue to do that. Chelsea throw-in. Alonso finds Kai Havertz. Gets back to Alonso via a deflection from Henderson. Kovacic, great first-time ball into Kai Havertz. Driving forward from left to right. Middle of the box. Outside of right-hand side is Azpilicueta. What save! Ball comes up to Azpilicueta. Plays the ball inside to the 6-yard box. Pulisic, left foot. Side foots it. Goalkeeper, great save. Comes out to Alonso. Blasts the ball over the bar. Was Pulisic onside? Great play from Chelsea. On that left-hand side from the throw-in. Kovacic, nice little flick ball to Kai Havertz, who drives from the left-hand side towards the middle of the pitch. He's 20 yards out and plays the ball wide right to Aspi. First time pass, and Pulisic is onside. That area between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box, Aspi's first time ball was great. Pulisic opens up his body, left foot, not right foot, and plays it straight against Kelleher, who doesn't know a lot about it. Big chance it should have been 1-0. Should have been 1-0 already, but the movement is causing Liverpool a problem. Havertz, his movement, Mason Mount's movement, Pulisic's movement already is good. Chelsea's throwing, playing it forward, Liverpool clear it, up to Salah. Lays off to Keita, but a bad touch, and Pulisic nicks in and wins it off him. Centre circle. Aspi to feet of Conte, finds Pulisic. Great challenge from Fabinho, puts him on his bum. Out to left-hand side, Chalobah, amazing challenge on Diaz to win it back, and straight away we're out to the right-hand side of Aspi. Chelsea 5-on-4 here. Aspi's fouled by Fabinho. Professional foul. Aspi's having a right go at the referee here. Chelsea are lively. Lively. It's what we wanted to see. Plenty of movement. And already, Pulisic, Mount and Havertz and Aspi down this right-hand side. He's got him behind Robertson a number of times. And Azpilicueta's doing this. Got away with it. He shouldn't have done that. You get booked for it. Anyway, Chelsea's got a free kick. Wide right. About 30 yards from goal. About 30 yards from... No, 25 yards from goal. 5 yards in from the wing on the right-hand side. Mason Mount's over it. Liverpool holding up a line on the edge of their box. Cross comes in towards the back post. Rudiger... It's over it. To be fair, it was too deep. And as Rudiger's run onto it, he realises he's run out of space. He tries to sort of hook it back on the volley. Goes out of play for a Liverpool goal kick. But that was a big chance from Chelsea. Pulisic from 8 yards, side foots it straight to Kelleher. Anywhere else, and he literally just a couple of centimetres wide, inches wide, either side of the goal. And he was onside. Anyway, Liverpool got a thrown on the right-hand side. Level the edge of their box. Alexander-Arnold's over it. Takes it short to Diaz, who's dropped deep. Aspi's behind him. Diaz falls over. Referee gives the free kick this time. Aspi just runs away. But what's noticeable already is I've said about the front three. But Azpilicueta's got in behind Robertson 4 times already. Liverpool take the free kick quickly and we step in and win it with Azpilicueta. And now Robertson's taking the ball away from Kai Havertz, goes back to Kelleher. Gives it to Matip, and there's Mason Mount over him. Force him to play it off the pitch out wide, and well done, Chelsea. The press is good again. Mason Mount, Pulisic and Havertz. With Aspi as well, Chelsea are on this. We're shutting down their first-time balls. And Liverpool are finding it hard to play out at the minute. Alonso with a throw-in. 10 yards inside their half. Gets it back from Kovacic, over the end of Henderson. Kovacic flicks it forward and Kai Havertz is there, but as he tries to chest it down, it falls to Matip, who collects the ball and finds Jordan Henderson on the right wing now, up to halfway line. Into the feet of Mane. Kovacic steps in and wins the ball back brilliantly. Then Alonso finds Mason Mount, back to Kovacic. Great challenge from Kovacic on Mane. Brilliant from Chelsea. Chelsea up and at this, which is good signs. Good signs. Silva finds Pulisic, lays it off to Azpilicueta, slows it down. Back to Chalobah. Thiago Silva, halfway inside our half. Nice little dink ball out to the wing to Aspi. Takes it down, finds Conte. Turns away from a challenge and lays it off to Thiago Silva, who plays it first time to Alonso. And Chelsea have got acres. Alonso, he's got Pulisic, Mason Mount outside of him and finds him. Mount, left-hand side of the box, cross to the back post. Robertson just bends down and heads the ball away. Henderson finds Keita. Back to Henderson, Mount's all over him. Alexander-Arnold's forced into just clearing it long. Thiago Silva wins it. Alonso steps in front of Jordan Henderson. And then Kovacic just flicks it over Henderson's challenge. Brilliant from Kovacic. Alonso. Mason Mount inside now. Left-hand side. 10 yards in from the byline. Towards the centre circle. Rolls it out to Chalobah. Azpilicueta does well. And Aspie looks for a ball over the top, trying to find Havertz in between the two centre-backs, but what's his face? Van Dijk heads it away. Robertson just about beats the press and finds Fabinho, and now finds Keita up the wing left-hand side, halfway inside our half now. Diaz runs Chalobah, steps over the ball. Chalobah's back on goal side, comes inside edge of the box, finds Mane, has a shot blocked, and then Rudiger clears it from the edge of the box up to halfway to nobody. Liverpool defending very narrow, and Robertson's got himself a problem because he's got Pulisic that side and Aspie pushing on, and he don't know what to do. And Diaz is not exactly tracking back and helping him. Anyway, Liverpool play the possession from left to right, then into Mane's feet. He drives forward to the edge of our box and goes round Chalobah, lays it off to Diaz. Conte's all over him, shot blocked. Comes out to Kovacic, just lays it into the path of Mason Mount, now halfway inside our half. Nice and simple, holds it up, gives it to Alonso. He slows it down back to Rudiger. Liverpool got into the edge of our box, but as soon as that ball comes inside or they turn inside, they're being shut down and their shots are being blocked. Rudiger launches one. Kai Havertz up against Matip. Matip wins it but can only find Mason Mount halfway inside their half, dead centre. Havertz, left-hand corner box, comes on his right foot, forced backwards slightly, finds Conte, 25 yards out. Slows it down. Liverpool got everyone behind the ball now. Everyone's behind the ball. 30 yards from their own goal line, Liverpool. So Chelsea just take the opportunity to play little 10-yard passes from left to right, right to left, and we nearly get ourselves in trouble, but Thiago Silva steps in. Kovacic lost his footing, just sort of flicked it back to Silva. Looked like Salah was going to get in there, but Silva reacted. But he's actually injured, Silva. What has he done? His hand. Is it his hand or is it his groin? But he's on his haunches, Silva. It's his chest. He's gone down, holding on to his rib cage, Thiago Silva. Did he get caught by somebody? He must have got caught by Salah. So, Aspie's gone, no, Kovacic's gone over to him. I think he just fell awkwardly and caught the boot of Salah. So what's happened is we're playing little 10-yard passes, and what we're doing is we're going to the back line and Kovacic is dropping in to make that extra option. They give Kovacic the ball on the centre circle spot. He's then pressed and he turns to play a pass back, loses his footing, realises he's about to lose the ball and sort of stumbles and plays the ball sort of backwards, but not a full pelt. And Thiago Silva realises he's either going to have to win a challenge or Salah's going to nick it past him. So Thiago Silva dives in, and I don't know if Salah maybe caught him or he just landed funny on his rib cage, but he's up. He's had some vitamins, he's had his water, and he's up. He's given it all some of this, Thiago Silva, as he comes off the pitch. But he's getting a rapturous round of applause from the Chelsea fans, as you can imagine. Referees told him he needs to go off the pitch to come back on. They're just showing this chance again from Pulisic. Great opportunity. A great pass from Aspie as well. Azpilicueta plays it and Pulisic's on the penalty spot. What a save from Kelleher. You've got to say, he actually reacts to it. It's a great first-time ball from Aspie. And Pulisic runs onto it, lets it come across his body, and he strikes with his left foot. A side foot, just straight, it's forward. It doesn't go wide or at any angle on it. It just makes contact as it comes across him. And maybe that's what gives the goalkeeper the opportunity. Anyway, Liverpool got possession. It's come over to his right-hand side, and they've won a throw-in. Silva's fine. Just holding on to his rib cage now and again, but he seems to be all right. Looking at Thiago on the bench, crying his eyes out still. Never mind. Anyway, Liverpool throw him. 10 yards inside our half. Alexander-Arnold take it long, up the line. Trying to find Salah. Rudiger gets a big leg around him and just plays it out of play. Teammates, ex-teammates at Roma. Don't forget, so Rudiger knows all about Salah. Throwing again. This time Diaz drops right by the byline. Gets the cross in, but only as far as Rudiger, who half clears it. Then Alexander-Arnold has a swinger at it, which enables Conte to clear it. Up to halfway line, Havertz is chasing down Dick Van Dijk, and he goes back to Kelleher, just outside the box. Chelsea, 61% possession, 2 shots, 1 on target. Liverpool's 1 and none. Fabinho sweeps the ball from right to left to Robertson, who's got acres. Right in front of Tuchel, strides forward. Keita goes outside of him. Aspie shuts him down and gets a foot in, but only finds Mane, 35 yards from goal, dead centre. Goes backwards to Matip. Strides forward 10 yards. And then meets a crowd of Chelsea players and gives the ball away. At that point, Kai Havertz drops to the left-hand side. He's got the ball now, Havertz, over halfway. Decides to hold it up and wait for support. Now finds Kovacic. He plays it back to Havertz in the space. Down the left-hand side, Kai Havertz, 5 yards from the byline. Pulls it back to the penalty spot. Mason Mount turns, shot blocked. Comes out to Kovacic on the volley. Shot blocked again. Chelsea wing-back possession. Kante avoids 2 challenges. But then Diaz wins it off of him. Left-hand side and takes on Chalobah. Holds the ball up and Kante's after him. And Diaz gives the ball away, or he doesn't. Keita just nicks in. And then Van Dijk goes back to Kelleher. But Chelsea have got loads of opportunities here. Chelsea are up and at this, and we're finding space. And Liverpool being pegged back at the minute. Now Robertson over halfway goes. He don't care about defending Robertson, which is why Azpilicueta's got in 4 times already. Robertson looks for a good ball played up to Mane. Chalobah slides in, gives it away. Mane lays it off. Rudiger gets the ball away, penalty spot. Chalobah up against Mane, slides in, and they sort of come together, and it's almost as if their feet sort of smack the ball at the same time. The ball's dead. Chalobah's on the floor because he slid in. Mane's still sort of standing and just steps away from him with the ball. He's got to be better than that, Chalobah. Remember Stamford Bridge earlier in the season? Anyway, Liverpool throwing on the left-hand side, level with the edge of our box. Robertson to take it, looking for an option. He's got Mane short, who then gives it away. Well, I say gives it away. Kante stepped in front of Robertson, played it out play, and it's going to be a Liverpool throw-in. Looking at Jota on the bench now, who cares? No one cares. Anyway, Liverpool played on the right-hand side. Well done, Azpilicueta plays it off for Diaz, and it's a Chelsea goal kick. Good from Chelsea. Opening 17 minutes, dominating. Mason Mount, Pulisic, Kai Havertz, caused them all sorts of problems. And Azpilicueta down that right-hand side is having joy. Because Pulisic is pulling in between Dick Van Dijk and old Robertson. And he's given Robertson a problem because Pulisic is there. It's given Azpilicueta space to push further forward. So, looking at Mason Mount at the minute as the ball's played forward. Liverpool got it left-hand side, halfway inside of our box. Fabinho. Kovacic comes out to meet him. Catches him, referee says play on. Alexander-Arnold goes across to the back post. Mane's in, but gets his header completely wrong. What a ball, I have to say, from Alexander-Arnold. I'm looking at Mason Mount. The coverage cuts back to Liverpool, halfway inside our half, left wing. They play the ball inside to Fabinho, left to centre. He finds Diaz, he plays it out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's in the right-hand channel. He's halfway inside our half, and he plays a ball behind our back line. Perfectly played. Towards the back post, and Sadio Mane's got him behind, and he's headed it. I'm not kidding you. It's gone out of play 20 yards from the corner flag. He's headed it straight. Anyway, Chelsea have wasted possession, and Liverpool have won it back with Fabinho. He's gone back to halfway to slow it down with Dick Van Dijk, who bottom of the centre circle, goes back out to Keita. Chelsea pressing. Mount, Fabinho pressing him, forcing them backwards, Liverpool. Van Dijk finds Matip. Right as centre, Mount comes across. Into the feet of Henderson. Plays it out to Salah, up against Alonso. Holds him up, finds Henderson again. He's forced back 10 yards to Fabinho. Square of him is Keita. Chelsea, everyone's behind the ball, defending in their shape. Liverpool got no space at the minute. They're having to go backwards to go forward. Van Dijk out to Keita, who's moved out to left-back position to cover Robertson. Robertson finds Diaz, back to Keita. Tuchel's up, telling his players to push up, to come out and meet Liverpool. And they play it back to the halfway and back to Matip. And he goes back to Kelleher, who's had to come out halfway inside his own box, his own half even, to collect it and play it out to Van Dijk. Walking pace, Van Dijk. Chelsea in their defensive position. Pushed up inside their half, not pressing. Anyway, once again, Liverpool go across their two to centre-backs and back to Kelleher. Back to Van Dijk, back to Kelleher. Havertz is behind the press. Mount's coming over this way to press Matip. Plays up the line to Keita, who's dropped in and Kovacic's all over him. Mane stops and goes back to Fabinho. He goes back left-hand side to Van Dijk. He's 10 yards inside his own half and plays a long ball over the top. Looking for Diaz, his run. Brings it down brilliantly, I have to say. Right by the corner flag, Diaz takes on Chalobah, finds Henderson, back heels it to Salah. Thiago Silva spotted it, went out and closed down Salah and blocked the shot. But Rudiger half clears it. Comes out to Mane, edge of the box, been brought down by Mason Mount. 2 yards outside the penalty box, right-hand side of it, just outside the edge of the D, right-hand side of the penalty box, and it's a Liverpool direct free kick here. Mane knew he was there, just held his ground, and Mason Mount charging in, catches him in the back, and he went over. So Liverpool got an opportunity to get a free kick in the box here. Salah with his left foot will be the favourite. Alexander-Arnold's there as well. Jordan Henderson's there behind them all, pretty much saying, can I play? Can you let me play, please? They'll say, go away, you're useless. Was he going to try and pull rank here, Henderson? So Alexander-Arnold with his right foot. Left-hand side, obviously the left foot is Salah. It's literally, if you can imagine the width of the 6-yard box, it's level with the right-hand corner of the 6-yard box. That's the width of it, and he's about 20 yards out, Salah. So right of the D, he's eyeing it up. Henderson's having a right go at Matip and Fabinho for being in our wall, doing something. Salah, they chip it to Salah. Salah shoots easily wide. Alexander-Arnold run over the ball, but then back heels it, moves it sideways to the left a bit. Salah steps onto it. And as he does that, the Chelsea wall breaks, steps out to him, and he shoots, and it's 5 yards wider of the far post. Always going out. He slices it, Salah. Anyway, let's get our foot on the ball again. Halfway through the first half, it's been good. Chelsea been dominated with a big opportunity. 6 minutes in, Christian Pulisic side foots it straight to Kelleher from literally 8 yards out. And Kelleher reacted great, I have to say. It was straight at him, but he had a good reaction and they get it away. Mendy's goal kick. Kai Havertz heads it back square to Aspie. Well done. Aspie's got some space. Robertson goes to meet him. So with that, Havertz goes up the line. Van Dijk gives him a shove, shoulder barge. Plays ball up the line. And then Chaloba's all over Diaz. And he's done well, Chaloba, to win it. He's one on the edge of the box. Mason Mount in, left-hand side of the box. They crowd him out. Back to Diaz. He plays it back to Fabinho. And Mason Mount all over him again. Back by his own byline, Fabinho. Finds Alonso. Conte, edge of the box, right-hand side. Drives out to the centre. Tries to play a little dink pass in to Pulisic, but overplays it. Too heavy. And it goes out for a Liverpool goal kick. Liverpool goal kick. Anyway, it comes out to Matip. Matip now. They play up to the halfway line. They go back to Van Dijk and out to Robertson on the left-hand side. Robertson driving forward. He's got Diaz up the line, left-hand side. Chaloba comes across. First time cross is blocked off by Chaloba. Liverpool corner. So with that, guys, just had to change my little settings there to make sure we don't lose any frames or nothing like that. Thank you, Ozzy, by the way. Appreciate that. Anyway, Liverpool corner. From our right-hand side, their left wing. Matip, Van Dijk, Fabinho are there. They're the tallest. Chelsea need to deal with their threat. Chelsea haven't got a lot of height, I have to say, compared to them. Corner comes in, flicked on, headed away at the back post. Fabinho heads it back down. Van Dijk shoots, blocked. It was going in, and then we can break now with Mason Mount. Knocks it past Keita Mount. But Keita's caught him in the face. What's the referee saying here? What's happening? Liverpool players are going mad. Mason Mount's gone down holding onto his face. The referee went for his top pocket. He went for his top pocket here, and the Liverpool players are panicking. They're all over the referee here. Aspie's gone there to go to say something. What's he doing here now? What's he given now? He's got Mount and Keita together. He's given a foul against Mason Mount. Mason Mount knocks it around Keita, try and get past him. And then he sort of tries to get in on him. So Klopp and Tuchel were having words, well, friendly words. Keita gives him that. Keita's elbowed him in the cheek. And he's got away with it for some reason. I don't know why. But he's given a foul against Mason Mount. Anyway, Liverpool taking it, and it's gone across the left-hand side. Diaz. Fabinho. Diaz had to drop in the space where Robertson's left behind. Anyway. Matip. Chelsea pressing the mount again, and now Alonso goes. First time ball, looking for Salah in behind Rudiger, but Rudiger recovers well, edge of the box, and just plays it out of play for Liverpool throw-in. Good. Salah now just leaves the throw-in for Alexander-Arnold. It's about 20 yards from goal, right-hand side. Goes short to Henderson, gets it back. Into the feet of Mane. Henderson. Alexander-Arnold plays a little pass. You're looking for Mane. Mane wasn't looking the right way. Rolls it straight through to Mendy. He just takes his time. Thiago Silva says, calm it down, which is what he does. Keita elbows him in the face, Mason Mount. He got away with it. That's why Tuchel was going mad. Tuchel and Klopp sort of having joking words with each other, but it was definite elbow. Anyway, Chelsea with Mendy launches it, looking for Kai Havertz. Fabinho wins it. Salah drops to collect it, 5 yards inside of our half, and finds Mane. Looking for a first-time pass, can't find one because Chelsea block it off, but he's now fined Keita. Outside of him is Robertson. Cross comes in, deflected off Azpilicueta. It's another Liverpool corner. Chelsea are dominating the early sections of this game. Liverpool, the last 5-8 minutes, are now dominating. Chelsea on the back foot. It's a good game of football. It's open. Both teams are attacking, not sitting back defending. Both teams are going for each other here. Another Liverpool corner. Last one was flicked on near post to nobody. What are we going to do this time? Fabinho, Matip, Van Dijk, back post. Heading in. Cross comes in. Half cleared. Aspi. Ball bounces up. They're claiming it's going to be a penalty. VAR looking at it apparently. Anyway, comes out to the right-hand side. Diaz takes on Alonso. Back on his left foot. Everyone's still up for Liverpool. Cross comes in. Matip controls it. Tries to take it down. Rudiger steps in front. Just gets the ball away over halfway for a Liverpool throw-in right in front of Jurgen Klopp. Anyway, they're trying to replay. The cross comes in. It hits Azpilicueta on his thigh, not his arm. And he's saying all this, go away when they're claiming for it. Referee didn't give it, nor did VAR. Anyway, Liverpool striding forward, Robertson down the left wing. Held up by 3 Chelsea players. Finds Diaz. Diaz goes back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk finds Robertson. Alexander-Arnold, finds Henderson now. Goes on the overlap to Salah. Salah looking for Thiago Silva. Well done. Steps in. Nicks it off of Mane. But Mane, to be fair, got it off of him. And it's gone out for a corner to Liverpool. Last 10 minutes, it's been 87% possession for Liverpool. They've weathered the storm and taken over. Chelsea now need to do the same thing. Another corner this time from the other side. Our left-back position, their right wing. And once again, the big men are up from Liverpool. Fabinho, Matip, Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold with his Johnny Wilkinson preparation. Steps back and goes to the back post. Well done. Aspi wins the header. And then Conte just blasts it up in the air. Salah's underneath it. Brings it down from mid-air. Fantastically well, I've got to say. Finds Mane. Right wing is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Into the penalty box to Henderson. Looking to find Mane. Conte nicks it and wins it. And just fires the ball away towards the benches. Robertson drops and collects it. Up the line is Diaz. Aspi goes out to meet him. Along with Pulisic. Chelsea forcing them backwards, which is good. Back to Keita, finds Henderson, back to Keita. Left-hand side of our half, left wing, halfway inside the half. Into feet of Robertson, finds Mane. Thiago Silva steps in with Aspi to win it. Then Pulisic tracking back, does well. Plays it up the line to Mason Mount, who's out-muscled. And Liverpool win back possession on the halfway line. Keita, Henderson. Just a little stab pass to Fabinho. Matip. Fabinho, who's dropped in like a third centre-back at the moment. Van Dijk. I wonder if they're doing that. I'm not sure they are. They might be. Liverpool might have changed to a back three. They haven't. Fabinho is dropped further forward. Van Dijk plays a raking ball left wing. Just inside his own half. Out to left wing to Diaz. Up against Chalobah. Comes back inside and finds Mane. Little flick pass to Keita. Shoots. Great save from Mendy low down. What a save again from Mendy. What a save from Mendy. World-class save. The shot comes in from Keita. Outside the box dead centre. Aiming for the far post. Mendy's right. He gets down and saves it. but it comes out to Sadio Mane, who strides onto it literally from 5 yards? Who blocks it? Is it Mendy or Aspi? Mane steps up. Mendy. What a save from Mendy. Best save I think I've seen in years. Honestly, Mane steps up to it, 5 yards out, strikes it. Mendy just gets an arm up. Mendy's on the floor, hits his arm and goes over the bar. Brilliant save from Mendy. Another corner to Liverpool. Back post, Chalobah heads it away. Well done. What a save from Mendy. Oh, my word. Great first save. The second one was outstanding. Mane, eyes lit up, thinking this is 1-0, and from nowhere. Unbelievable save. Anyway, Chelsea need to get their foot on the ball here, big time, and just get back position again, which we did the first opening 20 minutes. Anyway, Liverpool got thrown on the right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold to take it. Liverpool stepped it up. Chelsea need to match it. Alexander-Arnold. 2 big opportunities, one on each side. They play it into the box and Thiago Silva hammers it away. Keita lobs it forward. Alonso just blasts it up the line now away. Kai Havertz with Matip. Matip heads it back inside to Keita, over his head to Kovacic. Finds Conte, back to Kovacic. Ball over the top, looking for Kai Havertz's run, but it's gone too far. And Kelleher will just collect it, nice and simple. Big chance, 6 minutes for Pulisic. Goalkeeper saved it. Big chance for Mane. 29th minute, goalkeeper saves it. Should have been 1-1. Anyway, Kelleher now with possession. Liverpool just knocking it about their back two. 2 centre-backs and Kelleher, with Chelsea pushed right up to the edge of their box. Kelleher again, left-hand side to Van Dijk, who's dropped inside his penalty box. Pulisic goes to meet him, so goes back to Kelleher. Now Pulisic's running across, chasing the keeper. Now it goes to Matip, and Mason Mount goes. And Matip's got no choice to play it up the line, and Rudiger gets in front of Salah, volleys it up in the air, but again it's too far. And he goes through to Kelleher, who rolls it straight out to Van Dijk. Left-hand side of his penalty box. Tells Robertson to push further forward, but then gives him the ball. Robertson goes back to Van Dijk. Chelsea pushed up again. Goes back to Matip, edge of his own box, right-hand side. He goes back to the goalkeeper. Havertz is shutting him down. Kelleher back out to Matip. Matip gives it to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who plays the ball across the pitch to Keita, who's got some space to bring the ball down and look for a run for Salah. But there was Thiago Silva to read it, nicking, win the ball back. Chalobah, Aspi, Silva, looking for Pulisic on halfway, but he's got someone up his backside and gives the ball away. Van Dijk back to Kelleher to shut it down. Liverpool pressing a high line, right up to halfway, Liverpool are. Anyway, their possession is further forward. Robertson tries to find the ball into Mane, but Conte nicks it. It goes back to Mendy, who shanks a bit of a clearance to Chalobah. Well done, Aspi, to step in and win it. And then Conte beats 2 Liverpool players to the ball. Then they win it back. Robertson to Diaz up the line against Chalobah. Flicks it forward and Robertson's in. Left-hand side, right by the corner flag. Cross it towards the edge of the box. Alonso beats Henderson to the header. Great header from Alonso. Fabinho collects a loose ball, shoots. Blocked by Kovacic. Trickles through to Mendy, who collects it nice and simple. And just says to people, calm down a little second, take a breather. Just showing this save again from Mendy. The shot from Keita was going in the bottom corner. Great first time save. And Mendy's on the floor. Mane runs in. He sits up and dives Mendy. It comes off his hand and goes over the crossbar. It's an unbelievable save. Unbelievable save. Anyway, back to the open play. It's gone through to Kelleher. Back to Matip. Last 15 minutes, Chelsea no shots, Liverpool 8. They've been dominating for the last 15 minutes, Liverpool, without question. Right, Mendy just rolls it out to Kovacic. Henderson goes to shut him down. Goes back to Rudiger. Finds Alonso. Plays it right-footed forward, but Matip wins it and stabs the ball forward. Thiago Silva steps in front and wins it. And now Chelsea are breaking with Pulisic. 3-on-3. Pulisic with Havertz. Plays it to Havertz. Is he onside? He's in. Kai Havertz. He's in. 1-on-1 the goalkeeper. Havertz flicks it over the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper gets his hand to it and he goes out of play. Is he offside or is it a corner? What is it? Great play from Chelsea. Won the ball back inside of our box. Conte finds Pulisic. He finds Kai Havertz. He's miles offside. Havertz is well offside. The linesman's got his flag down saying play on. He's sort of drifting from the left-hand side of the penalty box towards goal. The keeper comes out and Havertz tries to flick it left-footed over him rather than take a right-foot shot past him. The keeper gets a hand to it and it goes wide, but he was offside. Anyway, but it's a good opportunity anyway. Just goes to show when Liverpool push up that high line, you can play a ball in between them and get in behind them. Liverpool taking a free kick across their back line, further forward to left-hand side and back to Robertson again. Diaz halfway line against Aspi. Mane dummies it. And then Conte fouls Diaz and gives away a free kick. Just inside the left-hand side of our half, left to centre, they take it back to Matip. He doesn't look comfortable on the ball, Matip, never does. Plays it right-hand side or left-hand side to Van Dijk, halfway inside his own half to Robertson. Up the line, Mane's made a run in behind. Mendy comes right outside of his box, says thank you very much. Collects it, nice and simple. Lukaku's warming up. Could it be your day, Romelu? Could it be your day? Anyway, we've played a possession rolled out from Mendy, gone back to him, and he's launched it further forward. Matip or Van Dijk beats Pulisic to the ball. Liverpool on the edge of the box now. Henderson trying to find Salah. Well done, Alonso, to spot the danger, but only finds Robertson. Cross comes in towards the back post. Salah up against Robertson. Robertson up against Alonso. Salah wins the header. He's claiming for a corner. Salah won the header at the back post, but the ball was too far wide. He could never get back on target. But Salah's Salah. He's going to try and score from everywhere. If you had Salah with a ticket in the top tier of the stand behind the goal, he'll try and score from there. It's gone off for a Chelsea goal kick. So, 36 gone. Both sides had a massive opportunity. Mane forced an unbelievable save, 5 yards out from Mendy, and Kelleher denied Pulisic on 6 minutes. And Mendy's goal kick is won easily by Matip in the air, and then Kovacic found Mane 10 yards inside of our half right centre. Liverpool free kick taken quickly to Robertson, left-hand side, driving forward, halfway inside of our half. Flicks it to his left to Diaz. Goes again, but Diaz is met by Aspi. Holds on to the ball. Aspi forces him inside. He goes back outside. Turns back on himself to keep on possession. Aspi's done well to force him backwards to Van Dijk. Just inside of our half. Launches the ball over the top looking for Salah. Rudiger's underneath it. Heads it powerfully away to Alonso. Tries to find Mason Mount up the line. Mount goes in with Henderson to win it. Then Rudiger wins it. Well done. Alonso mops up and just goes back to Thiago Silva to calm it all down. Who finds Conte. And there's the run on the left wing. Mason Mount trying to get in behind Matip, and Kelleher comes out, launches it forward to halfway, and Conte beats Keita to the ball twice. But Liverpool win back possession. And Robertson now driving forward over halfway. Outside of him is Diaz. Asks for it again, but plays it inside to Mane. Kovacic wins it. Mane's going down saying he's been fouled, but Kovacic won the ball cleanly. Get up, Mane, there's nothing wrong with you. Comes out to Alonso. Raking ball left to right, and Kai Havertz in acres of space. Pulisic is wide open, unmarked. He doesn't find him. He only finds him now. Pulisic driving forward. Gets a shot away. Kelleher blocks him off. Pulisic by the corner flag. Comes onto his left foot. That's a cross into the box, but easy for Van Dijk to clear it. But Chelsea are finding space again. Robertson's the man. Let Robertson go because no one tracks him. No one gets back in and covers for him. And that space on that left-hand side, their left and our right, is where we're going to get the danger today. We're going to get glory from there today. Chelsea possession, looking for that space. But the ball's played too high. Kelleher comes out right to the edge of his box, collects it and rolls it out to Diaz, halfway inside his own half. Up to halfway, comes inside, fouled by Azpilicueta, who caught him. That'll be a booking, I think. Referee saying to Azpilicueta, that's the second time. No booking, which is all good. Chelsea definitely got joy here. When Robertson goes, Diaz doesn't track back and help him. Anyway, I'm looking at possession here. And I'm looking at a replay of the Azpilicueta foul. And the actual coverage from Sky doesn't keep up with play. The ball's on the left-hand side. Liverpool drove forward with Diaz and Azpilicueta. He plays it off of Aspi. Goes out for a corner. They're claiming something else here, but I mean, Klopp's going a little bit of a word with the fourth official, but it's a corner to Liverpool. I don't know what happened there. Couldn't see the actual play myself. It's another Liverpool corner. This time from our right-hand side. Their left wing mismatches Aspi, marking Van Dijk. I'll tell you that for now. Pulisic does well to win it on the near post. It's actually Kai Havertz. Back out to Robertson. Edge of the box. Cross comes in. Flicked on by Henderson. Half cleared by Chelsea and Conte. And Salah's dropped right halfway inside his own our half to collect the ball. Gives it Alexander-Arnold. Everyone's still pushed up for Liverpool. Goes back post to the unmarked Henderson, who brings it down and goes back to Robertson. Cross comes in first time to the back post. Mendy's all over it. Collects it nice and simple. Looking for an early pass, but hasn't got one. Mason Mount saying to him, give me the ball. So he rolls it out to Alonso instead. Alonso away from Salah. Gives it to Mason Mount. Helps out and goes back to Rudiger. Nice and simple. Kovacic turns. Right centre. Finds stupid pass to N'Golo Kante. Fouled by Keita. It's actually Mane's fouled him. Mane can't believe it. It's a foul on Kante. Definite. Chelsea have got themselves a free kick. Halfway inside our half. Left to centre. Ball played long. Alonso's pushed right further forward. He's in down the left-hand side. 5 yards from the corner flag. Ball comes in the edge of the box. Looking for the run of Pulisic. Too high. Aspi heads it back inside. Edge of the box to Kai Havertz. And Azpilicueta shoots. Left-footed. It goes just over the bar. What a shot from Aspi. Good play from Chelsea. Long ball over the top. In behind them. Alonso tries to find Pulisic. Comes out to Aspi. Sort of on the... Oh, unlucky Azpilicueta. 5 yards, 2 yards over the bar. Chelsea got possession again, edge of their box. The coverage is awful. I keep missing the play. Anyway, Chelsea possession edge of the box has been wasted. It comes out to Diaz. Left-hand side. Halfway inside his own half. And he plays a raking pass. Looking for Salah. But over Salah's head. And out of play for a Chelsea throw-in. Halfway inside of our half. Game's wide open. Absolutely wide open. It's a good game of football if you're not a fan of either clubs. I've got to say that. Anyway, Chelsea possession. Alonso raking past the right-hand side, backwards to find Chalobah. Aspi back to Chalobah. Liverpool pushed up but not pressing. Now they do. They're pressing Mendy. Launch it forward to halfway. Pulisic wins ahead of it, goes backwards and finds Salah edge of the box. He finds Mane, who's trying to find Salah again, but Rudiger spotted it, stepped in front of Salah, but he was offside. Referee says, Mendy, you continue, you've got the ball in your hands. And he does. Rolls it out to Chalobah. Kante. Ball out to Aspi. Little triangles again. Give and goes. Kante steps away from a challenge but gives the ball away, but then mops up and wins it back. Kante, he's blocked off by Robertson. Kante and Robertson. And a rugby match on the sideline. Robertson's had a right go at the referee here. Effing and jeffing. That's a booking. Referee says play on, and Chelsea got possession on the edge of our own box. Thiago Silva finds Kovacic. Left wing here is Alonso. Alonso up the lines, Mason Mount. Halfway inside their half, comes inside. Kai Havertz looking for a pass. He finds Pulisic, who tries to find Alonso, a dink pass out, back out to left-hand side. Havertz was calling for it back post. He didn't get it. Pulisic tried to play the pass on full stretch and couldn't make it. But the movement between those guys is good. Mount, Pulisic and Havertz is good. Supported by two wing-backs going forward. We're causing them problems. Robertson doesn't track back when he goes forward. There's no one covering him. Fabinho's asked to drop in, but there's loads of space on that side. Chelsea throwing and done well. Back to Kovacic, finds Thiago Silva. Ball over the top. Looking for Alonso. Trent Alexander-Arnold half clears it. Kelleher picks the ball up. Chelsea claimed the back pass. It wasn't. Alonso. Henderson clears it up to halfway. Rudiger comes across and wins the second ball. And then Thiago Silva wins it on the centre circle. But then loses it to Mane, who stepped in front of him. But he goes backwards though, Mane, to Van Dijk. And now Robertson goes forward again, left-hand side. Diaz. See, Robertson goes and he stays forward. And there's the space right now. Liverpool got the ball on the halfway line, playing it out to the right-hand side. But Robertson is still pushed right up on the left-hand side. Diaz has come inside. If Chelsea win back possession and break on the right-hand side, we've got loads of space. We're going to do it now. We've won back possession at halfway. Pulisic. Havertz is in down the right-hand side. He finds him. Comes back on his left foot. Finds Mason Mount. Mason Mount, oh, he scored wide on the volley. What an opportunity again from Chelsea. I called it down that right-hand side. Robertson was nowhere. We win back possession and find Kai Havertz, left-hand side of centre on the centre circle. He gives it to Pulisic, who drives forward Pulisic. And Pulisic drives forward. He gives the ball to Havertz on the right-hand side of the penalty box. He takes a touch on his left foot, plays a little dink pass into Mason Mount in the exact same position as Pulisic was earlier. Mount on the volley, well onside, volleys the ball down wide by a yard wide with the goalkeeper beaten. Massive opportunity. First one was Pulisic, 6 minutes. That one, Mason Mount, is another one. Massive opportunity. Mount hits it sweet, but he's just the angle of his body, and it literally goes that far wide. Massive opportunity. Anyway, Chelsea have got joy big time down Robertson's side. Anyway, Liverpool got possession and they've worked it forward to halfway inside of our half with Keita. There goes Robertson again. Left-hand side. Robertson. Aspie holds him up. He goes back to Keita. Diaz has come right inside it. Robertson up against Aspie. Now he finds Diaz outside the box, 5 yards outside. Dink pass to Mane. Fabinho. Forced backwards to Matip. Out to his right-hand side is Alexander-Arnold. It's actually Salah and Alexander-Arnold with a 1-2. Inside to Henderson. Alexander-Arnold. Salah edge of the box. Great challenge from Thiago Silva. And there's the space again. And this time Kai Havertz can't get in there. We're trying to run in behind. But Robertson, we all know what threat he is. That's half time. What a good first half. 2 massive opportunities for Chelsea. Beginning of the first half and the end of the first half. It should have been 2-1. Mane should have scored for Liverpool. Definitely should have scored for Liverpool. Great save from Edouard Mendy. One of the best saves you'll see for a long, long time from Mendy to deny him. But Liverpool, Chelsea dominated the first 15, 20 minutes. Liverpool dominated the next 15 or 20 minutes. But after that, it was Chelsea in the ascendancy. And if you guys can cast your mind back, Philipp Lahm, the right back for Bayern Munich, the guy that was a proper footballer, he'd always come forward. He'd always break forward. But I used to sit and watch him. I remember Chelsea Bayern Munich from years ago, and you watched Philipp Lahm go forward. And when he did, nobody covered him. No one tracked him. The midfielders didn't do it. And the centre-backs are always exposed. And I always said time and time again, if you play against him, just wait for him to go and just go and fill that space. And Robertson is exactly the same player. We know what he's like going forward. Can he defend? He's a better defender than Alonso, I'll give you that. But Robertson goes forward. And when he goes and it triggers Diaz to come inside and create an extra man in the middle of midfield. But what Liverpool are relying on is Fabinho or Henderson, because Keita's playing a bit pushed up further forward, Fabinho to drop in and maybe make a 3 at the back with Dick Van Dijk on one side, with, Matip the other, with Fabinho in the middle. But because Chelsea are winning back possession like in their half, and we're moving it quickly, they haven't got time to adjust to where Robertson is running and leaving the space. And Chelsea are playing so well here because we're moving out into that bit of space, or what we're doing is we're dragging people over to this side and we've got to run on the right-hand side that's not being covered because Robertson's up the pitch and no one's covered him. And that's where we're going to get joy. And on 2 occasions, we've done that. Azpilicueta have a great ball on the right-hand side. The player pass out to him. He's on the right corner of the penalty box, just outside of it. He sees Pulisic making a run from left to middle, along the line, onside, and he side foot pass to Pulisic. As he plays the pass, Pulisic is on the penalty spot. As the ball comes across, Pulisic lets the ball go past him. Rather than take it right-footed, he opens his body up and he side foots it left foot straight at Kelleher, who's standing there, who reacts to his left-hand side to block it. And then Liverpool get the ball away. A massive chance on 6 minutes. After that, Chelsea did well to get in some good areas, but shots were blocked or Liverpool got numbers back. And then Liverpool then took over with a number of different corners. Good possession that was being blocked off by Chelsea. And the opportunity they had. The ball come from the left-hand side. They come inside and flick it into Naby Keita, who's dead centre, 25 yards from goal. And he drills the ball to the left-hand side. And Mendy gets down and he dives to his right. And he gets 2 hands behind it, but it spills out of his hands. And as it spills out of his hands, Azpilicueta's thinking, oh my God, Mendy. So Aspie's trying to get across, but Sadio Mane is walking up to it thinking, this is 1-0, this is glory. And as he steps onto it, Mendy, who's already on the floor, he's probably sitting up. Still on the floor, but he's sort of sitting down. He throws himself at the ball and it hits literally the top of his hand, of his wrist, and it goes up over the bar from 5 yards. Absolutely amazing save from Edouard Mendy to deny Liverpool. And then, as I just said there, Chelsea wing-back possession, 10 yards inside of our half, left-hand side of centre. We win it back and we flick it forward to Christian Pulisic. And Pulisic is over halfway. He's in behind their midfielders. He's up against Matip and Van Dijk, and he's got Havertz with him. And as Pulisic is driving forward, he's driving sort of slowly from the left towards the right-hand side, and he's taking players with him. And as he does that, Matip sort of standing there. Mason Mount is coming up on the left-hand side, unmarked. And Matip is going backwards. Van Dijk goes out to meet Pulisic and force him wide. And Pulisic lays it off to Kai Havertz. And Kai Havertz gets, as he did against Lille a couple of times in midweek, Kai Havertz gets to the edge of the box right-hand side, and he sort of stops the ball with his right foot. And you think he's going to shoot with his left foot towards the back post. But what he did, he looks up and he sees Mason Mount run in from the left corner of the box, across the line towards the penalty spot. And he plays a little dinked ball about maybe 2 foot off the floor. And Mason Mount comes onto it and he's just watching it. And he comes on and he spins his body and he volleys it. He's on the halfway, on the volley. He volleys it from that position and he volleys it straight down. It's like an arrow. But his body shape wasn't all the way around and the ball literally goes wide of the post like that. Bang on 45 minutes with Keller just looking at the ball. Liverpool were wide open, which they are time and time and time again. What a good game of football this is. 0-0, half-time. Thank you for your comments about the commentary. I'm knackered. I'm just looking at these opportunities again. Wow. Honestly, what a first half of football. But again, Chelsea driving forward. Kai Havertz plays it out to Aspi. First time pass to Pulisic, and he just opens his body up. Rather than take it first time right foot and sort of flick it to the back post or drill it towards the bottom corner, he opens his body up and lets the ball come across him. And as he does that, he sort of, if anything, he sort of limits his options really to connect with the ball when you do that. If you're coming in from your right hand side in front of you with your right foot, you've got an option to go that way. You can little dink, flick it. And again, this is it. Pulisic in behind. And Mason Mount runs from midfield and no one covers him. Alexander-Arnold spots it but can't get there. And Mount literally runs from the whole of their midfield through the middle of them, wide open. And the ball from Havertz is perfect. And Mason Mount, you just watch it now. Havertz spots him. Brilliant ball. Mount on the volley. Just arrow, like an arrow down. And it just wide. Unlucky. Ah, dearie me. So Woodshed, I've got a new one for you. Sainsbury's own American style IPA. 5%. It's good, it is. Very, very good. It's not quite your proper job, but it's all good. I'm just seeing this Mendy double save again. The first one from Keita's amazing. The second one from Sadio Mane is one of the best saves you're ever going to see. Honestly, I'm not just saying it because he's a Chelsea player. Mane can't believe it. He walks onto it and he's 5 yards out. So I'm seeing the shot from behind the goal. Mendy gets there and he blocks it and it spills out of his hands. It comes to Mane and he gets there. Aspi's there, to be fair. Aspi's there as well, trying to block it. Following up Aspi. And Mane steps on. Honestly, Mendy just throws himself at the ball and he hits him. And his first reaction is he's like, where is it? He gets a smack on his backside from Aspi straight away while he's on the floor. What an amazing save. Amazing save. So we've got Jamie Redknapp, JFH, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and we've got Jamie Carragher in the studio. I'm recording this to watch it a bit later on with the commentaries. I know Gary Neville's doing the commentary. It's not too bad, that. Woodshed, that. The game should be 2-1. Should be 2-1. But mark my words, Chelsea fans, if we can keep it tight. And I have to say it, Liverpool have got in as well. They have got in against Chelsea a number of times. They're looking for that ball in between defenders. So between Chalobah and Silva and between Silva and Rudiger, that's what they're looking for. Looking for little dink passes into Mane or Salah. But as we've said previously, you're looking at Thiago Silva's performance the other night against Lille was world class. 3 or 4 times already today, Thiago Silva's spotting it. He's watching the way the play's building up and he knows when to go and step in. And he's stepping in and winning that ball back for us in really good opportunities or really sort of dangerous moments. He steps in to win things, just calm things down. Rudiger's done the same. Chalobah's been okay. A little bit of a mistake earlier on when he slid in with Mane and sort of didn't have to. But it's been good so far. wide open game of football. A great game of football, I have to say. So people, on the stream, members, and everybody else that's watching, if you're watching the stream, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. You'll know by now, these are just not simple watch-alongs on my channel. This is ball-by-ball match coverage, live match commentary, and I'll do the best that I can, and hopefully you're all enjoying it. Don't go and watch these watch-alongs with self-obsessed people loving themselves and bigging themselves up and just talking nonsense and a lot of our waffle while they're watching the game. This is proper match commentary, ball-by-ball coverage, so make sure you stay tuned. As you can see from the members on this channel, if you want to be a channel member, if you actually want to subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. Come and subscribe. If you want to get involved in the chat with the fantastic banter and just the fantastic community that I've got on here, then all you've got to do is go to my channel homepage, click the join button. It's only £1 a month to be a member, and you can get involved with everybody else on here. But this is a cracking game of football. Thank you very much, Martin. I appreciate that. I like to do commentary for a living. That would be good, wouldn't it? Even if I did it on radio, it would be good. I know a lot of you guys watch the coverage and turn the sound off and sync it with me, which I really do appreciate. I know there's people that are subscribers that are not posting in the chat, which is fine. Not a problem at all. You don't want to be a member, that's great. I appreciate every single one of you being here. 7,000 playbacks so far for the first half. We're on 58 likes. Smash the like button for me. Let's see if we can get up to 100. Or as close to 100 as possible before the second half kicks off. Because the second half is where it's all going to happen. It's where the stream will go mad. So, do we change anything at the moment? I don't think we do. I think, to be honest with you, the movement we've got of Havertz, Mount and Pulisic is great. And it's causing them all sorts of problems. But Len, you're spot on. You are spot on, Len. It's all well and good, creating good opportunities, but you've got to take them. And if you don't take them, people won't remember the chances you had at the end of the season. They'll just look at the scoreline. And don't forget, this is our third trophy we're going for this season already. Third of 6 trophies we're up for. Premier League's long gone, let's be honest. We're in this one to make it the third. We're still in the FA Cup. We've got a good draw with Luton. And then we've got ourselves the Champions League against Lille. And it's promising, looking to go through the next round as well. The holders, the world champions. Smash that like button, people. Smash the like button for me. Welcome to the channel and welcome to Ball by Ball match coverage. I think I might even lose my voice. Hopefully not. Cheers, everybody. Let's have a good half. We can do with a good half. Jane's hit the Loke button. Thanks, Jane. I can always rely on you, Jane. Hit the Loke button. Oh, my word. Come on now. Come on, Chelsea. Let's do this. Let's put one of these chances away. Let's break it down into 15-minute sections this second half. First 15 minutes. Let's try and create another good opportunity and this time hopefully take it. And then from there, we'll then deal with the next 15 and the next 15 after that. We don't want extra time and penalties. We don't want that. But in saying that, we've got to be confident with the man in goal. A lot of questions were raised. Would it be Kepa in goal or would it be Edouard Mendy? Bearing in mind, Kepa's probably deserved his place based on his performances in the Carabao Cup to get us this far, especially with the penalty shootouts as well. And he's gone with Mendy. And Mendy's actually delivered one of the saves, one of the best saves you're ever going to see in your life. They're just showing it again on the big screen at Wembley. Outstanding save from Mendy, honestly. They're showing Tuchel and Klopp. Obviously had a little bit of words. They're going off arm in arm. They're going off down the tunnel at half time, the two of them. So it's good to see managers that got respect for each other. They're both fantastic managers. Jurgen Klopp is an amazing manager. There's no question at all. The guy's different class as a manager. If he turned up at Chelsea one day, I'll be more than happy. Let's just say that. And I'm sure there's Liverpool fans that would have Thomas Tuchel as well. So, two great managers have sent their teams out to not defend, not to sit and be defensive in a cup final. They've actually sent them both their teams out to go and attack the spaces. And that's great to see. That's what you want to see in football. So, let's have a look, second half. Come on, Chelsea, let's do this. So Chelsea come out led by Aspi, followed by Marcos Alonso and Mendy. I don't think there's any changes from us. Aspi, so professional, Aspilicueta. He comes running out the tunnel and he comes running across the pitch all the way out to his right-hand side. He don't stop running. He don't just come out halfway and just walk the rest. He's so straight out. He's just the example. Liverpool now come out. Interesting to see what the pundits are saying about both teams at the minute. So what's interesting here then? So Liverpool do this thing where they come out from the tunnel and they got like a trainer there. And what they do is they do a 10-yard sprint forward, then back to the sideline, and then back out. Mohamed Salah completely ignored it and just run on the pitch and ignored everybody else doing that. Clock. Jesus Christ. Should have told us. Anyway, here we go. Thanks for reminding me, Paul. Appreciate it. So here we go. Chelsea kicking off with Kai Havertz, who's going to kick off with Chelsea kicking left to right as you look at Wembley with the benches in front of you on screen. Kicking from left to right towards the Chelsea end. And we do. And he goes back to Kovacic, who plays it out left-hand side to Rudiger, shut down by Salah. Out to Alonso, inside to Kovacic. Henderson goes to shut him down but turns away. No change at half-time for both teams. And Kovacic does well and plays the ball to the right-hand side. And Aspi's in. Aspi, can he take a touch to the byline? He does. Cross to the back post. Headed away by Matip, followed by Fabinho. Only as far as Kovacic to Alonso. Takes a touch with Henderson with him. Holds it up. Takes two touches, then goes back. But straight out of play. So can't find Rudiger. Unlucky. But great already from Chelsea. Look at Rudiger's going mental at Alonso. He's going ballistic at Alonso. He can't believe what he's just done. Alonso collects the ball by the corner flag. He moves the ball backwards to keep on a possession. To play it back to Rudiger and plays it straight out of play. And Tuchel's going ballistic. Anyway, Liverpool thrown. Flicked on by Keita, only as far as Rudiger. Gets it back from Conte. Then turns, goes up against Henderson, who plays it off of Rudiger, and he goes out of play for a Liverpool throw-in. 10 yards inside of our half. Sorry, their own half on the right-hand side. Klopp's there. Coat on, cap on, scarf on. Tuchel is wearing smartly dressed, as he always is for finals. No coat. Arms folded, just watching possession. Liverpool with possession, play it forward. Up towards halfway, then back to Fabinho. Robertson, back to Fabinho. Back to Van Dijk, shut down by Havertz, goes back to Kelleher. Out to Matip, edge of the box, and Mason Mount's there. Wins it off of him, but he recovers and goes back to Van Dijk. Unlucky. Van Dijk able to stride forward up to halfway. Gets the ball back from Keita, just inside his own half, and plays the ball out to the right wing. It's too short, goes straight to Alonso. Slows it down and gives it to Thiago Silva. Silva to Kovacic. Strides forward, bottom of the centre circle, plays it wide left to Alonso. He's got Pulisic up the line, making a run now inside, Pulisic. Takes it, chests it down, finds Kai Havertz, left corner of the penalty box. Goes outside of Matip, gets to the byline. Cross comes in across the box and no one's there. Christian Pulisic dived in. He dives in and it goes just beyond him. Just beyond him. Great play from Chelsea again between those three. Havertz gets to the byline, drills it across the box, and Pulisic can't get there. Aspilicueta was going towards the 6-yard box. Aspi had a gamble going towards the penalty spot. If he carried on his run, Aspi would have been in. Anyway, Chelsea have won back possession of Liverpool's half, but they've just come back and won the ball. Anyway, they've played the ball out to right-hand side now, and it's Salah up against Rudiger, edge of our box. Tries to knock it around Rudiger, runs straight into him, falls on the floor. Referee says no. No foul. Hi, Lee. How you doing, mate? Good to see you in. Chelsea possession with Conte now. Left to centre, halfway inside of our half. Just puts his foot on the ball. slows it down and gives it to Alonso. He strolls over halfway, now plays a raking ball from left to right to Aspi. Great first touch, brings it down and drives forward. He's got Pulisic near him, gives it to him. Pulisic turns, plays ball over the top. Mason Mount's in. He's in behind, takes a touch. Mount shoots, hits the post this time. Mason Mount. Oh my God. Is he offside? Tuchel's on his knees. He can't believe it. Oh my God. Is he off? Let's have a look. He's not offside, Mason Mount. He's chested the ball down. He's right at the penalty spot, and he sort of stabs the ball towards the near post, and he hits the near post and bounces out. Deary me. 2 massive chances the first 4 minutes of the second half. Mason Mount can't believe his luck. Third time lucky. He's fired wide. He's hit the post. Chelsea have still got possession inside Liverpool's half in the form of a throw-in. And we go back to Rudiger, back to Thiago Silva. Silva out to Chalobah. Azpilicueta, little dink pass into Pulisic. Under pressure from Van Dijk, brings him down. Referee says no foul. Pulisic can't believe it. It's Liverpool throw-in. Mason Mount is run off Liverpool's midfield. He's not being tracked at all. He's making his run in between Alexander-Arnold and Matip. Matip ain't got a clue where Alexander-Arnold is. And Mason Mount's just running into that space. And he found him. He chested it down inside the box, right at the penalty spot, stabbed the ball towards the goal, and it hit the near post. Anyway, Liverpool in. God dearie me. Liverpool built up possession to the edge of our box. A little flick ball over the top looking for Mane. And Mendy's off his line to get rid of it. And then Kovacic against 2 players, draws a foul. Chelsea free kick, edge of our box. Well done. Big chance for Liverpool again. Honestly. But Mount, he stabs the ball. It's sort of under, he chests it down. The ball's killed. There's no pace on it. And then he sort of stabs the ball. Hold on, Mendy's down here. Anyway, hold on a minute. Oh, he's holding on to his groin, Mendy. He stabs the ball, Mason Mount, towards the goal. And he's towards this, like trying to, around the near side of Kelleher. It hits the post and bounces out, like across the box. So Mendy done well. So Liverpool built up play. Little dink ball over the top, over our back line. And Mane was running in the same way Mason Mount did. But this time Mendy was alive to it. And he comes out towards the penalty spot and he just punches the ball away. But he's holding on to his... He's doing all this. I think he's winded. I don't think it's his groin. I think he's winded. Yeah, he's fine. He's all right. Just got to sort out the old twig and berries and he's fine. Yeah, we'll tell a great ball. Great ball from Pulisic to Mason Mount. But Mason Mount his runs from midfield are just not being covered at all. He just stabs the ball away from Kelleher and it hits the bottom of the post and bounces across the 6-yard box. And Tuchel was banging the floor. He's on his knees, banging the floor again. 3 chances. Should be 3-1. Anyway, still 0-0. Chelsea wing back possession on halfway. Goes back to Rudiger. Rudiger raking pass from right to left, looking for Aspi, but headed away by Robertson. Diaz on halfway. Up against Chalobah. Backed up by Aspi, but Chalobah's done well to win it off of him. And he goes back to Mendy, who takes a touch and then just plays a side foot pass to Aspi. Back to Chalobah. Back to Azpilicueta. Get rid of it. Mane's chased him down. Aspi just plays it out of play. Needs to get rid of the ball quicker. What a start from Chelsea for the second half, like it was the first half. But, as we know, Liverpool will have their moments. They're going to have their possession. Just stand firm. They're wide open, Liverpool, at the back. The spaces between Alexander-Arnold and Matip and Van Dijk and Robertson, when those 2 wing-backs go forward for Liverpool, and here he goes again, Robertson, left wing, plays it out of play. Tries to take on Aspi, plays it straight out of play. Well done, Azpilicueta. 5 yards inside of our own half, right wing. Chelsea throwing. But there's a space. This right-hand side and Mason Mount on that left is key. Let's get in behind those 2 fullbacks because the 2 centre-backs are wide open. Aspi's nicked a yard or 2. Takes his time and throws it into Pulisic, who's allowed to chest it down and trying to find Kai Havertz and a run in behind. But Van Dijk blocks it. Fabinho gets it away. Thiago Silva says my ball and heads it out to left-hand side to Alonso, who beats Salah to it, back to Rudiger, who's forced to just whack it forward. And Alexander-Arnold tries to find Salah, plays it out of play. So Chelsea throw in halfway inside our own half at the moment. Taken quickly to Thiago Silva. Plays a swinging pass out to Aspi. Heads it inside. Supported by Pulisic. Aspi goes up the line and finds him. Aspi plays the ball looking for Kai Havertz. Matip comes across to cover. Gives it to Van Dijk, who finds Fabinho. Up to halfway, Mane. Turns away from Thiago Silva and plays it wide left to Diaz. Up against Chalobah. Takes him on. Driving down towards past the edge of the box. To the byline. Back on his right foot. Back to his left foot. On his right again. Shoots. Well done, Chalobah. Watched the ball the whole time. Not the man. Saw him turning back onto his right foot. Got his knee down and blocked the shot. Liverpool corner. Again, great game of football. Cracking game of football. Well done, Chalobah. Watch the man. Well done. Watch the ball even, not the man. Smash the like button for me, people. 54 gone. Liverpool corner from our right-hand side. Let's get the ball away and hit him on the counter again. Robertson's got one arm aloft. Left foot out swinger. Towards the near post. Easy for Kai Havertz on the half volley just to volley it away. Out of play for Liverpool throw-in. Level the edge of our box. Awful corner from Robertson, I have to say. I'd love to play against him. Be in his ear constantly, winding him up. Because you know he's going to bite. He's going to lose his tempo and be off his game. Azpilicueta's got a problem. He's standing up with his hands on his knees. And the referee's just called over the physio, Aspi. What has he done? He doesn't look comfortable at all. And Reece James is coming on for Azpilicueta. A return to the team for Reece James. Getting a round of applause and getting encouragement from the bench. But Aspi, I think Aspi's sort of standing up. He's got his hands on his knees and he's doing this where he sort of bends his knees. He stands up straight and bends his knees again. I don't know what he's done, but he's not comfortable, Aspi. So he's calling it, to be fair, as anyone would do. It's a cup final. You can't be carrying injuries. Think of the team first. And that's what he's doing. And Reece James is coming on. Reece James had 3 training sessions since he's back from his hamstring. So Aspi's off. The armband will go Thiago Silva. And Reece James, not a bad replacement, I have to say. Kepa's telling him to just slow down. The physio's telling Aspi to slow down as well. Deary me. Smash the like button for me, people. We're on 76. Let's see if we get to 100 as soon as possible. What a cracking game of football this is. Both sides, big chances. Chelsea should be 3-1 up based on the chances we've had. But yeah, there's the change. And Aspi applauds the Chelsea fans as he comes off. Just waits for Reece James. Gets encouragement from Tuchel. Aspi gives him a big hug. Tells him whatever, and Reece James comes on. Great return for Reece James. Great to see. Sounds like I've got a stutter. Who's got a stutter? Me? Anyway, Liverpool throw him. Robertson to take it. He's pinched 5 yards. Looking for a ball. He's got Mane short. He's got Diaz up the line. Chelsea covering everybody off. Conte's got the armband. Anyway, the ball's cleared away by Reece James, first touch, and Kai Havertz tries to flick it forward. Matip wins the ball back and gives it to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Inside of our half, finds Henderson. Rudiger comes out to meet him. Blocks him off. Alexander-Arnold over the top. Nice and simple. Well done, Tony Rudiger. He's spotted the danger. N'Golo Kante's the captain. Got the armband. It's not Silva. Anyway, Mendy finds Silva. Silva into the feet of Pulisic. Reece James. Good first, second, third touch. Then plays it short to Chalobah. But Chalobah does well to win back possession. Reece James back to Mendy. Well done. Get it away. Mendy now launches it up to the right left-hand side. Matip heads it straight to Alonso. 10 yards inside of our half and plays ball up the line. He's got a runner. The runner's Mason Mount. He's in. Van Dijk has to go across. He flicks it into the feet of Kai Havertz. Then Mason Mount shoots low down and Kelleher saves it. Spills it. But as as he spills it, Pulisic's coming in, but he grabs it back just in space again. But look at that space again, in behind the fullbacks. Alexander-Arnold's nowhere. Mason Mount gets away and flicks it inside to Kai Havertz, back to goal. Lays it off to Mason Mount, 12 yards from goal. And he just takes a shot left-hand side of centre, straight down the throat of Kelleher, who does spill it. Another big opportunity for Mason Mount. That's 3 he's had. Come on, Chelsea. Let's get this goal that our play deserves. We should be 3 or 4 up here. They should have scored, Liverpool. I'll give them that. But we've been by far the most dangerous going forward. Liverpool thrown on halfway. Thiago Silva wins a big header and finds Mason Mount. He flicks it to Havertz, gives it back to him, Mount. Mount holds off Jordan Henderson, but he doesn't. Henderson does well to flick it off of him. Liverpool throwing just inside of our half, finds Keita, lets it go. Chalobah comes out. It's been caught by Keita. Chalobah's down. He's got his arm in the air. He's hurt. Anyway, they win back possession. Give it to Diaz. Gives it to Robertson. Thiago Silva's going mental at the referee here. Naby Keita has taken him out. He's taken out Chalobah with a foot in the air. And Chalobah's down, injured. And Thiago Silva's disgusted with the referee. Let's see this again. Keita and Chalobah. He catches Chalobah right in his nuts. They both go up, foot up. But Keita catches him right in his nuts. Honestly, twig and berries. It's got to be a red card. Has to be. VAR's looking at this. VAR there today. You've got to look at that. Keita's nowhere near the ball. He's absolutely nowhere near the ball. First half, he elbows Mason Mount and gets away with it because he's Liverpool. Referee, what are you doing now? He's just blown up at someone. Someone's mouthing off here. Is it Tuchel? He's going to see. But Chalobah's down. Keita's up and he's limping like he's been hurt. Please, referee, look at that VAR screen. Please, you have to. Keita was nowhere near the ball. They've both gone up together. They're both looking at the ball. They've both gone up together. And it goes across both of them. But Keita catches him right in his midriff. Right in his nuts. His testicles are in his throat at a minute. And he's been asked to just take a breath. And he's sat up, though, Chalobah, at the minute. I don't even think VAR are looking at this. So Mason Mount and Trent Alexander-Arnold are having a chat about it. Trent Alexander-Arnold's going, well, he put his foot up. Well, yeah, they both did, and he caught him right in his nuts. That's the second one for Keita. If he gets away with it, disgusting. Tuchel's having a look at Chalobah because he knows he hasn't got an option. Chalobah's up, walking off, and he's holding on to his twig and berries, bless him. Referee, what are you doing here? Exactly, Woodshedder, by the way. Great shout. Oh, Naby Keita's got a bit of a limp and he's had to like jog off the pitch. Disgusting challenge from Keita. He should be off. Chalobah's running off, thank God. After all that, it's Liverpool throwing. It is favouritism, Martin, big time. The bin dippers. Robertson's got the throw-in. Edge of our box, left-hand side. Throws inside to the run of Diaz, but Chelsea win it back through Mason Mount and Kai Havertz taking on Matip and Van Dijk, and then Pulisic nicks away from him, but Diaz gets back in to win it back on halfway. Fabinho's false back was to Robertson, who's going to take no nonsense and just go back to Kelleher, and he does. And with that, I can get some refreshment to keep the old throat going. Anyway, absolute disgrace, says Drogba. Okay. So, Keita collects the ball deep inside of his own half, dead centre, lays off to Matip, shut down by Mount, goes back to Kelleher, goes across to Van Dijk, Pulisic goes, out to Robertson, Reece James goes to meet him. Robertson wins back the ball for the deflection, but Reece James still chasing him down. Fabinho goes back to Van Dijk. Matip shut down by Mason Mount again, trying to turn away, and he does this time. Strides forward, Matip. Plays it into the feet of Diaz, but Thiago Silva's there again to win it. And Conte pings up second ball. Up against Keita, just goes past him like he's not even there. Gives it to Kai Havertz, who's on the byline. Alonso, left wing now, 10 yards from the corner flag, holds it up. Plays the foot, well done Alonso, plays it up for Keita. Chelsea corner from the left-hand side. Great play from Alonso. Old George Michael, bless him. Anyway, Chelsea corner, chance to get the big guns further forward. Our first one that I can remember of the game for Chelsea. Liverpool had a number of them. Everyone's up. Silva's there, Rudiger's there, Alonso's there, penalty spot. Who's marking Thiago Silva? Nobody's marking him. With that, he moves towards the near post. The corner goes to the back post. There's nobody there. They clear it. Conte up against Salah. Conte, forced backwards, does well and goes back to the goalkeeper. Mendy, first time, drills the ball to nobody. Finds Fabinho. Finds Mane. And Salah's in left-hand side. Mendy's clearance was bad and Salah flicks it past him. But Thiago Silva gets back in and clears it off the line, Silva. Deary me. Edouard Mendy, honestly, the ball goes back to him. He's got no danger. And he goes to fire the ball away. And he just drills it, a grass cutter, straight to Fabinho, who finds Mane. And then Salah's in, who's tried to make that run first. Flicks it over Mendy. And Thiago Silva follows up and just flicks the ball away off the goal line. Outstanding from Thiago Silva. Mendy, what are you doing there? Honestly, smash the like button for me, people. Salah thought he'd scored. Anyway, after watching the replays, the ball's cut across the Chelsea penalty box and Reece James comes away with it. Mane blocks off his attempted clearance. Keita finds Robertson. Finds Van Dijk, left to centre. On the halfway line, Matip finds Fabinho. Chelsea pushed up to the halfway line. Robertson now, Fabinho. Liverpool having their moment of their possession. Chelsea been dominant from the half. As we were first half, we had a good 20 minutes and Liverpool come into it. Same thing's happening now. Robertson looking for Keita's run. Well done, Thiago Silva. Heads it down. But Chaloba's clearance is then won by Robertson, who heads it forward again. Thiago Silva finds Chaloba. Shanks his clearance up the line to Pulisic. Tries to chest it down to Reece James. Gives the ball away. Fabinho. Jordan Henderson looking for Salah. Chests the ball down, edge of the box, left-hand side. Up against Alonso. Just falls over Salah. And claims a free kick and he's got it. The two of them are argy-bargy with each other. And then Salah just falls over. So now Rudiger's mouthed off to the referee. He's going to get a booking. So Salah and Alonso all over each other. It's 50-50. Salah puts his foot on the ball and moves the ball away to his left-hand side. Alonso's just up against him. Just body to body. Salah does what Salah does. Oh, I can't win back possession. I'll just fall over. Referee's bought it and it's a Liverpool free kick. Now, this free kick, if you can imagine the width for the 6-yard box, on the right-hand side, it's about 2 yards outside of it. We're talking 25 yards out. It won't favour a left footer here. It's got to be a right footer here. But you've got Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson all over it, talking about the free kick. Jordan Henderson's turned up saying, can I play again? They said, go away, you're useless. You can't kick a ball, save your life. So Alexander-Arnold's got the ball in his arms. You've got Salah in front of the ball. Talking to Robertson. Robertson's now walked away. So Alexander-Arnold, the right foot, is going to take this by the looks of it. Chelsea got Kovacic lying down behind the wall. Alexander-Arnold fires towards the back post. And they've scored. Liverpool have scored. The free kick was played to the back post. And I'm trying to see where it was. Liverpool had a man over at the back post. And they head the ball across the 6-yard box. And believe it or not, Joel Matip just walks up to it on the far post and just heads it into the roof of the net. And Liverpool 1-0. Chelsea's dominance and the chances we created, which we haven't taken, and it's cost us. The cross goes to the back post and it's Reece James up against Van Dijk. And Van Dijk blocks off Reece James and Sadio Mane is free. Mane makes a run around the back of Van Dijk and he's unmarked. And Mane's on the edge of the 6-yard box at the back of it, left-hand side. And he heads the ball down across the 6-yard box. It goes past Rudiger. It goes past Thiago Silva. And there's Joel Matip, who's the only one that's alive to it on the back post. Nobody else was there. And he heads it home from a yard. And it's Chelsea 0, Liverpool 1. But VAR are looking at a possible offside. Was it offside? I'm not sure it was. He's offside. Van Dijk's offside. As the ball comes in, Van Dijk is offside. He's standing in position, so he's at the back post and he's holding off Reece James. Van Dijk is offside. His leg's offside. You've got to blow him up. His leg's offside. When the ball struck, Van Dijk is offside by 5 yards. His foot is offside. Referee's going over to the monitor. It's got to be offside. Has to be. It's got to be offside. Van Dijk's offside. As the ball's played, Van Dijk is off. Where's the lines? There. Van Dijk's offside. And he's holding on Reece James anyway. It's got to be disallowed. It's got to be offside. Referee's blown up. It's offside. Come on. The goal's not given. 0-0. Is it a foul? I'm not sure what the actual commentary... Well, Van Dijk can't believe it. He's actually been given as offside. Now they're showing the line and they're now showing Van Dijk on the big screen. And he said, I didn't even touch the ball. Well, I don't care. You've interfered with play because you blocked off Reece James, you stupid bleeding ponytail twat. What's wrong with you? You're shit. Honestly, I don't buy into all this Van Dijk nonsense. Put Costa up against him or Drogba. They'll scare the life out of you. Muppet. Anyway, Liverpool, Chelsea got the goal kick and we launch it forward. Havertz tries to win it against Fabinho. Doesn't. Conte wins second ball. Kovacic now wins it. Just head tennis at the minute. Then Matip just launched it forward again. Chalobah wins a good header, but Liverpool won second ball. Conte steps in front and does well to win it. Thiago Silva out to Alonso, left-hand side, up the line. Tries to find Mason Mount. Attempted pass is blocked off, then Conte gives it away to Salah. Mane. Diaz, left-hand side of the penalty box, up against Chalobah. Cross comes in, cleared away by Thiago Silva. And Thiago Silva's going mental at N'Golo Conte. Conte gave the ball away. Mendy's down on his ankle now. Honestly. Deary me. Deary me. N'Golo Conte gave the ball away outside the box. He got caught in possession and gave it away. Well, he didn't get caught in possession. He tried to play a little pass out to Kovacic and Salah spotted it. Nicked it back. Thiago Silva literally dived in to clear the ball on his 6-yard box as Mendy comes out to meet him. Thiago Silva, this is him. He clears it. He gets up straight away and he's having to go literally at Conte. He hasn't even landed and he's already up trying to have a pop at N'Golo Conte. But as he's gone and cleared it, he's caught Mendy. But Mendy's up. Thank the Lord. Anyway, here we go. Liverpool corner. Alexander-Arnold to take it. Right foot in swinger. From our right-hand side. Liverpool's left. One arm aloft. Cross comes in towards the back post. Punched away by Mendy, but only as far as Diaz. Cross comes back in, but Mason Mount heads it away. Chelsea push out. Robertson plays it back out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Back heels it into path for Henderson. Plays it back to him and he's in left-hand side. Cross comes in. It hits Chalobah in the midriff. No appeals from nobody. Pulisic now gets the ball away, up over halfway. Push up, get out. And they do. Kelleher just lays it off to Robertson, who gives it to Fabinho. He's 5 yards inside of our half. Left wing. Just moves towards the centre circle and plays the ball high right out to Salah. George Michael's up against it. It's actually Diaz, apologies. George Michael wins it. Gives it inside now to Kovacic. Come on, Chelsea, getting behind him again as we've done all game. Conte finds Chalobah. Finds Reece James now. Collects it with space. 10 yards inside of our half. 1-2 with Conte. Bad pass from Conte. Puts him back in trouble. And Chalobah goes back to Mendy. Edouard Mendy now launches it up to halfway. Havertz doesn't win the header, but it comes to Reece James. 1-2 with Conte. Reece James got a runner, and the runner is Mason Mount and Pulisic. Liverpool push right up to halfway. High line. And Chelsea can get in behind them. Thiago Silva does well against Mane, but then Fabinho beats Conte to the ball. And then Conte in his frustration takes out Mane. Conte's been caught. Conte's limping now. He's been off it last 5 minutes, Conte. And changes are being made by Thomas Tuchel. Positive changes. Mason Mount's coming off for Lukaku. Lukaku's coming on. And Timo Werner's coming on. And that'll probably be for Pulisic, I'd imagine. Or would it be Kai Havertz? Mason, well done, mate. Well done. Mason Mount will look at this game today and think, how the hell have I not scored? He's had 2 glaring opportunities. It is Pulisic coming off. He's had 2 massive chances, Mason Mount, but big call from Tuchel. 17 minutes to go. It's Timo time. And Lukaku, come on, mate. Prove your worth. Pull the sickies off. Come on, Timo. Positive changes, attacking changes. Shape stays the same. Timo, use your pace. Get in that left-hand side. Get behind Alexander-Arnold. Anyway, Liverpool free kick, left to centre, 35 yards out. Alexander-Arnold, Robertson over it. Cross comes in towards the back post. Matip wins the first header. Diaz sort of tries to get a header away, but Reece James spots, gets in front and clears it away. Robertson inside his own half to collect the ball, left-hand side. Plays as Naby Keita, bottom of the centre circle. Back out to Robertson. Lukaku comes across, up the line to Diaz, flicks it around Reece James, and then up the line to Mane, left-hand corner of the box. Cross comes in all the way over everybody to no one. But Salah busts the gut to keep it in play. Collects it 30 yards from goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold now tries to find somebody with a pass, but Conte blocks it off. It comes back to him. Plays the ball over the top to Mohamed Salah. Nice and simple. Edouard Mendy collects it. Asks everyone to calm it down. 16 to go. He was offside. Big time he's offside, Virgil van Dijk. He's fouled Reece James anyway. He blocked off Reece James from making a run. He holds him back and blocks him off. And that'll be a foul anyway. But we're just seeing different angles of their goal that wasn't a goal. So, because it's Liverpool, if it was Chelsea, you wouldn't see as many as this. Anyway, back to the actual play, and Chelsea got possession high Liverpool's half, but then they clear it away. And Trent Alexander-Arnold's playing the ball over the top to Diaz, left-hand side of the penalty box. Diaz shoots. Great save from Mendy low down. Well done, Mendy. Chelsea had possession high Liverpool's half. A long ball over our back line. Finds Diaz. Reece James is getting back in there with him. Mendy comes out to block him, but to be fair, Diaz is wide left. He's driving into the left-hand side of the penalty box towards the near post and shoots from about 8 yards. If he had a shot first time, might be in trouble. But because he takes a touch, it allows Mendy to come out and set himself and blocks it off for another Liverpool corner. But the ball over the top from Liverpool this time caused us problems. It's been doing the other way around most of the game. 15 to go. Alexander-Arnold, one arm aloft again. Cross comes in towards the back post, high. They win the first header. It hits Reece James in the chest and he boots it clear. And again, because it's Liverpool, they claim for anything. Honestly, Reece James clears it. Liverpool throwing. Level the edge of the penalty box. Just showing it again. Diaz heads it back. It hits Reece James right on his midriff. And Van Dijk is appealing. Shocking, Van Dijk. You're a joke, mate. Absolute joke. Van Dijk. I love to play against Van Dijk, honestly. Anyway, Liverpool throwing. Little 1-2s. Play it forward, looking for Mane. Rudiger's up against him. Well done against Mane. Plays it out of play, and it's a Chelsea goal kick. Honestly, you've seen a replay of that ball. Reece James got his arms like this. It hits him in his midriff, and Van Dijk's appealing. Shocking. Liverpool making changes. James Milner's coming on, and Elliott. Diogo Jota is sitting on the bench shaking his head at the minute. Interesting. Anyway, ball play from Mendy up to Alonso. We've done well to flick it forward. We found Lukaku, left-hand side. Tries to take on Fabinho, and he does. Werner collects it back to Kovacic. Conte, outside the D of their box, tries to shoot, and it's blocked off. And they're breaking forward again with Diaz. But Kovacic steps in and wins it back. Ball over top, Lukaku. Werner, left-hand side, into the middle. Havertz, what a save from the guy. He's gone in. Has he gone in? He's offside. The goalkeeper makes another save. Kelleher, get him drugs tested. Honestly. What a save that was. But he's offside. As Kovacic wins back the ball, and Liverpool trying to break out. Conte's shot is blocked off, and just outside the D, Diaz runs to halfway inside of his own half. Kovacic steps in and wins it off of him, and then 3 Chelsea players, Havertz, Werner and Lukaku, are all offside, tracking back. Because Kovacic picks up the ball, sees them, plays the ball over the top of their back line, and to be fair, Timo Werner on the left-hand side floats the ball into Havertz, who heads it home from the penalty spot. by the goalkeeper's hand, and it was offside. Anyway, Chelsea won back possession on halfway with Chalobah back to Mendy. What a game of football this is. Mendy, slaunch, what kind of word is that? Up to Alonso, and Werner is wide open. He's wide open left-hand side, driving into the penalty box. Werner pulls it back across goal to nobody's there. No one can keep up with him. And they're trying to catch him. And now Liverpool break forward, up the line. Thiago Silva, well done against Mane, just heads it out of play. Trent Alexander-Arnold was nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Ball playing over the top. Now Jota's coming on. Ball over the top down the left-hand side. Timo Werner is wide open. He goes to the corner of the box. And then he just pulls the ball back. But nobody was there. So who's coming off? Henderson's coming off for Elliott. And he gives James Milner the armband. So Elliott, Milner and Jota are on. So Elliott's on for Henderson in midfield. Let's pinpoint him. Cater's off because he should be anyway. He's been subbed off. Should have been red carded twice. He's off for Milner. So if anything for me, Liverpool's midfield is not as strong now as it was. Elliott's a good player, but... And they're taking off. Sadio Mane's coming off for Jota. They're not taking Diaz off. Mane won't be happy with that, but he's coming off for Jota. He's not happy, Mane. He doesn't look happy at all. Sadio Mane. Anyway, 11 gone. 11 gone. 11 to go. Mane goes onto the bench. He's not happy. He's not happy at all. Ooh, dissension with the old bin dippers. Anyway, come on now. Liverpool possession is broken up by Chalobah. Launches the ball forward. Van Dijk goes to beat Havertz to the ball, and the ball's played over the top. Kelleher comes out and heads the ball away as far as Reece James. Takes a touch. Nice and simple. Goes back to Chalobah. Kovacic, centre circle. Hunted down by Jota. Loses possession, Kovacic. He's fouled. He was fouled by Fabinho, who dived in. Liverpool can't believe it. They're saying, oh, he's not dived. He's been taken out by Fabinho, for God's sake. What's wrong with you people? Anyway, Jota's on. Well, the referee's looking at something here. What's happening now? The referee's coming over to have a word with Klopp, I think. Who's having a word with the referee? He's having a word with Jurgen Klopp. He just got a warning from the referee, Jurgen Klopp. Anyway, Chelsea possession. Launched a ball over the top. One back by Matip, edge of his box. Liverpool get the ball away. Elliott up the line into Salah. Dummies it. Jota, he's got some space. Left-hand side is Diaz. Corner of our box, left-hand side. Chalobah comes out to meet him. Goes to take him on. Comes back on his right foot and goes back to Milner. Back post. 1-2, Milner and Salah. Back to Milner. Leaning back. Let's just say in rugby, that'll be 3 points. I think the ball's still up in the air at the moment from James Milner. But that's the danger again with Liverpool. That Diaz is wide left and he's creating some problems. Salah's come inside. Good play from them to the edge of the box, but the shot was high and wide. Jurgen Klopp is signalling 2. He's got 2 fingers up to his front line. He's going for a front 2, I presume. It wasn't this way, so it's not rude. It was this way. Anyway. So, come on, Chelsea. Goal kick for Mendy. Launches it up over halfway. Left to centre. Alonso goes to win it. Doesn't. Jota heads the ball back out. He hits the ball backwards. Back out of play. He's in our half and he's headed it back and it's gone for Chelsea throw-in. Halfway inside the Liverpool half. George Michael Alonso takes it to Kovacic. Gives it to Conte. Milner shuts him down though. Then Elliott just launches it high. And then Robertson poos himself and wins a header with his back turned, and then Chelsea win it back. Reece James now. Outside the box, right-hand side. Flicks the ball to the back post. Alexander-Arnold heads it away and Elliott gets the ball away with Werner lurking. Rudiger beats Salah to the ball. Alonso, well done. Kovacic wins it. Left-hand side is Werner. Left corner box. Back to Alonso. Flicks it outside of him to Kovacic. Keeping on possession, Chelsea. 30 yards from goal. Conte back to Thiago Silva. Raking ball out to the right-hand side. In loads of space is Reece James, who takes a touch and brings it down. Kai Havertz gives it back to him. Back to Havertz, right-hand side. Conte, back to Havertz, back to Chalobah, just keeping on the possession. Back to Thiago Silva, centre circle. Now plays that ball to the left-hand side to Alonso. Too high for him. He's just trying to keep it in and heads it forward, which allows Alexander-Arnold head it away. Then Thiago Silva beats Jota to it. Then Lukaku up against Matip, and he goes back to the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper can't keep it in play, and he doesn't. Does he keep it in play? He just about does. But honestly, he goes forward to Lukaku, and he can't win the ball in the air because he can't head the ball for Toffee when he's got a man up his bum. Free header, Lukaku's great. Anyway, the ball comes out to the left-hand side to Robertson now, driving up the line. Plays a pass into the box, cleared by Thiago Silva. Havertz flicks it forward. Lukaku win it, and he does. Tries to backheel it, comes off of Milner, and back to Van Dijk. Into the feet of Elliott on the halfway line. Dead centre. Plays it to Mohamed Salah over the top, left-hand side. Alonso gets back in and nicks it off of him. Salah can't believe his touch. Well done, Alonso. Alexander-Arnold with a throw-in. 10 yards inside of our half, right wing. Back to Matip. Back to Van Dijk. Centre circle, Van Dijk. Into Milner. Back to Matip. Chelsea pressing up high. Elliott gets it. Kovacic comes across. Lays it out to Salah. Driving from left to right now, Salah. Loose first touch, but collects it back from Alexander-Arnold. Cross comes in towards the back post. Chalobah reads it, heads it away. Liverpool corner. Come on. Now Liverpool corner, 5 to go plus injury time. Organise yourselves, Chelsea. They'll take it quickly. Salah. Robertson gets in the byline. Cross comes into the back post. Diaz shoots, shot blocked. He comes out again. Robertson, saved by Mendy. It's blocked again. Mendy, literally at the feet of Matip, tips it away from Matip, and Chelsea clear the ball away. Deary me. Well done, Mendy. Liverpool throwing, taken quickly back to Alexander-Arnold. Dead centre, 35 yards from goal. Plays a little ball 10 yards further forward to Elliott, goes backwards to Fabinho. Into Matip, centre circle. Chelsea backed off. Everyone behind the ball. Comes out to Milner, left-hand side. Goes back across the pitch from left to right to Fabinho. Inside the centre circle, Fabinho. Asking someone to move to his left, and Matip does. Gives it to him, but he's not comfortable with his left foot, so turns, lets the ball go across him and goes back to Kelleher, who's halfway inside his own half. Fabinho now, ball over the top right-hand side, looking for Salah, who pulls onto the byline. Heads it down to Elliott. Salah, 1-2, but gives the ball away. And now Timo Werner's got a chance to break left-hand side. Werner now, driving forward, comes in from the left-hand side to the right. Kovacic supporting him. Tries to win the ball back, then well done Conte. He finds Kai Havertz up against Robertson. Robertson nicks in and just gets the ball away to Kelleher, who clears the ball away. Only as far as Kovacic. Heads it down to Timo Werner. Outside the box, left-hand side. Slows it down, though. Goes back to Kovacic. Turns into trouble, but Chelsea do keep on possession. Conte gives it back to Thiago Silva, halfway line. Into Conte, into Chalobah. Turns away from Diaz. Chalobah, well done. Outside to Reece James now. 25 yards from goal. Cross comes in towards the back post. Alonso's there to mop up by the corner flag. Collects the ball, sets himself. Cross comes in. Lukaku tries to win the challenge and doesn't, but fouls the defender, and then Reece James shoots wide. It's gone out of play. Lukaku didn't need to do that, but he did. Tuchel's having a go at him about just stand up, stand your ground. The size of the man, Lukaku. His athletic physique and the size of him, you'd think he'd win every single ball that's played up to him at all times. But he doesn't do it because he's useless in the air, Lukaku. If he's free, wide open, fair enough. You put someone up against him, he can't win headers. He's awful. Anyway, long goal kick from them. Chalobah wins the first ball. Fabinho tries to find Diaz on the left-hand side. Long ball over the top, he's found him. Diaz, 10 yards from the corner flag, comes back on his right foot, lays it off to Milner on the outside. Milner, cross comes in, blocked by Reece James. Chalobah collects it. It came an hand ball, it never was. Havertz to Conte. Chelsea can break here. Ball over the top. Havertz is on the right-hand side. He's got Lukaku in the middle. Werner's on the back post. Havertz takes it in towards the left-hand side of the penalty box. Conte towards the back post. There's Timo Werner. Alexander-Arnold backing off, just heads it away from him. And then Werner lets it go out play for Chelsea throwing. Honestly, if we play the ball early, over the top, we're in. Like we were most of this game. Anyway, we take the throw in backwards. Thiago Silva centre circle, collects it. Under pressure from Jota. Plays it out to the right-hand side to Reece James. Conte's inside of him, halfway inside their half. Him and Kovacic, little 1-2, and then Conte's fouled by Jota. Picks up a free kick. 10 yards inside their half. 10 yards inside their half, right centre. Thiago Silva plays a raking pass to Alonso. He's got acres of space. Takes a touch to bring it down. Comes back inside and backwards to Kovacic. But good ball out to the right-hand side. Reece James wide open. Diaz gets back in. Back inside to Conte. He goes back to Thiago Silva, centre circle. Chaloba's to his right of centre. Takes a touch inside their half. Just puts his foot on the ball, goes back to Thiago Silva. Left-hand side of him is Rudiger. Up the line, halfway inside their half is Alonso. Little dink pass into Kovacic. Liverpool backed off defensively. Everyone behind the ball apart from Jota. And they play a little 1-2, Jota and Salah. And then Kovacic wrestles him to the floor. And that's a booking all day long for Kovacic. He literally grabbed him by the back of his throat and pulled him to the floor. If that was rugby, you'll think that's a great challenge. Great challenge. Kovacic knew he was getting beat for pace. Got in, actually made a slide rule challenge, but brought him down at the same time. Brilliant from Kovacic. We'll take that one. Right, we're a minute away from injury time. Liverpool take the free kick short. Matip goes out wide to Alexander-Arnold. Ball at the top and Jota's in. Corner of the penalty box, but Thiago Silva steps in to win the challenge. Rudiger goes up against Jota, goes out of place. Liverpool corner. 20 seconds to go plus injury time. Come on. Good game of football, this. Great game of football. It was professional foul, as it was. Big time. Oh, dearie me. Right, come on now. Let's get this ball away. 90th minute. 6 minutes of injury time to go. 6 to go. That's for all Liverpool's histrionics. Anyway, Alexander-Arnold take it right foot out swinger. Johnny Wilkinson steps back 3 times. Arm aloft. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot. Van Dijk, great save from Mendy. It was going to the back post. Follow-up shot is blocked from Salah from Kovacic, and Kovacic's driving forward. Now Salah's fouled him. What a save from Mendy. The TV coverage, you're right behind Van Dijk. The cross comes in, and Van Dijk runs onto it, and he's unmarked. And he just powerfully heads it towards the back post. He's on the left-hand side of the area, and he heads it back the way it came, towards the far post. And there's no one on the far post for Chelsea. And from nowhere, Edouard Mendy, a massive, great big hand comes out, blocks the ball away, and then Salah has a shot. And Kovacic, point-blank range, does this to turn away, and it hits him on his arm. But his arm is by his side. He beats Reece James to the header, but Mendy with a great save again, Mendy. Anyway, Chelsea possession, played out to Reece James. Chests it back to Chaloba. Thiago Silva, 10 yards inside of our half, plays a little dink pass out to Reece James. He heads it forward and Lukaku's in. He's beat Matip to the ball. Lukaku lays it off to Timo Werner, takes a touch, shot blocked. Great challenge from what's his face? Not Van Dijk, offside. It was Alexander-Arnold, to be fair. Great block from Timo Werner. They all take the free kick quickly. Salah lays it off to Van Dijk. Robertson, halfway inside his own half. With 2 men in front of him, goes back to Van Dijk. Lukaku goes after him. Just plays a little pass around him to Fabinho. Left-hand side of centre is Salah. Up the line is Diaz. Up against Chaloba. Stand him up. Don't dive in. He goes to the byline. Cross comes in, blocked away by Thiago Silva. And then Jota comes in with a follow-up shot, blocked by Thiago Silva again. Another Liverpool corner. And once again, Thiago Silva is just dictating just to people. Come on. What a player he is, Thiago Silva. Kovacic's been booked, Jane. Anyway, Liverpool corner. And Alexander-Arnold's taking his time to take it. He's too interested in doing this to Liverpool supporters behind the goal. Mendy's been outstanding. What a game of football, honestly. Massive game of football. Massive game. Great game of football. Thank you for watching, people. Ball-by-ball coverage. Subscribe to the channel. Cross comes in to the back post. Headed away by Alonso. Right underneath the goal. Comes out to Diaz. Werner goes to block it. Doesn't. Cross comes in. Thiago Silva, great big header. Milner heads it back. Then Reece James heads it up in the air. Then Kovacic tries to clear it. It comes to Trent Alexander-Arnold. His shot's blocked by Reece James. And then Milner's shot is then blocked off again. And then Reece James is down, hold on to something. What's he done? Not his hamstring. It's his nuts. He got one of his nuts again. It's a cold day out there. And if any of you played football and you get one right in the gonads in half a Tuchel, standing on the sideline, chewing his gum. He's not blinked for... He's blinked now. He's just sort of standing like that, Tuchel, watching the game, studying the game. The chances we've had to win this game. So Jurgen Klopp sitting down on the bench talking to his assistants. One of his assistants just said something to him and he's gone like that. He's actually given a drop ball to Liverpool here. I don't know how. And they play it forward to Jota, but Thiago Silva steps in and wins it off of him. Then Jota fouls Kovacic. Jota's fouled 3 times. He's only come on 10 minutes ago. He's made 3 fouls. He's not been booked yet. Anyway, well done, Kovacic. Chelsea still got loads of numbers on the bench, don't forget. Liverpool made 3 subs. Chelsea have only made... Oh, they've made 3 as well. Ignore me. We take a free kick quickly. Up to Alonso. Great first touch. Edge of the box, left-hand side. Up against Alexander-Arnold. Gets the cross in. Lukaku. Flicks the ball. Saved by Kelleher near post. Great shot, Lukaku. Ball over the top looking for Jota. Up against Rudiger. Sees it out of play. Well done, Rudiger. Rudiger just does what he does. Just steps in. Alonso, well done. And Lukaku, he got right on the byline. Lukaku flicks it forward his left foot. And Kelleher, at his near post, just dives. Makes a great save. The goalkeeper's been outstanding. I still stand by what I said earlier. That Mendy save from Mane was one of the best saves I think I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, Chelsea got a throw-in halfway inside their own half with Alonso up the line to Lukaku. Wins a header. Good job on sitting down. Anyway, Liverpool win it back. Matip, ball over the top, looking for a runner. Chalobah covers it, just heads it back to Mendy, nice and simple. Gets a big smack on his back from Thiago Silva. A minute to go, it's going to be extra time. Extra time and penalties, it's going to be. Mendy drops the ball by his own penalty spot. Launches out to left-hand side. Werner brings it down great against Alexander-Arnold. Wins a throw-in off of him as well. Well done, Timo. Well done, Timo. Alonso with a throw-in. Halfway inside Liverpool's half. 20 seconds to go before extra time. Plays it to Kai Havertz. Alonso. Lays off to Werner. Plays it back to Kovacic on the byline. Cross comes in looking for Lukaku's run, but goes beyond him. Goal kick. That's going to be extra time. But people will look at this at full time and think 0-0. But what a game of football this has been. Wide open, attacking, both teams going for it. Not worried about sort of playing defensive. It's been a real good game of football, I have to say that. And both teams have contributed to it, I've got to say. Anyway, Kelleher's going to take the goal kick. The referee's going to blow up straight away. He does. Referee blows his whistle. That's going to be extra time. So, extra time is coming up. It's coming up. I've got to try and sort my clock out now. Anyway, great game of football. Absolutely amazing game of football. I know, I need to have something. Guys, stay here. I'll talk you through extra time as well. I'll be back. I need to go to the toilet. So I will be back. But stay there. How have we not won that game of football? The chances we created, Mason Mount in particular, honestly, stay here. I will be back. Oh, I'm back, people. I'm back. Dear me, what a game of football. Oh. So, we go again. Second half. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thank you for watching the stream. Sorry about that. I had to go to the toilet and go and say goodnight to my little boy, who's nearly 9 months old. Can you believe that? Nearly 9 months old. Anyway, so, come on. Smash the like button. Exactly. Thank you, Jane. Come on, Chelsea. Win this game. My nerves. I've gone the old do as you're told now. What a game of football. Massive, massive opportunities for Chelsea in this game. Great saves from Edouard Mendy. Amazing save first half. Great save from Kelleher a couple of times, you have to say. Lukaku at the end, I didn't big it up as much as I should have done. Matip's coming off for Liverpool. Konate's coming on. Does that mean there's 5 subs? If there's 5 subs, Chelsea still got 2 to make. So Konate's coming on. Anyway, the chance for Lukaku, we got down that left-hand side and Alonso got to the byline and he did one of those where he's stretching to reach it and he slid in to get that across the box and he done from deep, from right on the byline. And Lukaku had gone near post and with his left foot, he flicks it towards the near post and Kelleher's alive to it. So, Liverpool about to kick off, kicking towards the Chelsea fans. And it's going to be Elliott kicking off, I think. Now, forgive my clock. I can only go up to so far anyway. Anyway, the ball goes forward. Chalobah underneath it wins a big header. No other changes for Chelsea at the moment. Robertson, Diaz, Milner. Looks for Diaz to go again up against Reece James. Different kettle of fish, Reece James. You're up against Azpilicueta first half. You've now got to go around Reece James second half. Good luck to you. And now Diaz is moaning that he got pulled back by Reece James, but I think you'll find, honestly, this is a good game of football, a great game of football. Anyway, come on. It's anyone's. Come on, Chelsea. The problem is with Chelsea at the moment is the fact that we've got Mason Mount and Pulisic have gone off. That mobility up front has gone. You're relying on getting the ball wide now. So our play is very much, you can read what we're trying to do. Lukaku's one over there, by the way, from the goal kick. Liverpool clear it. Up to Rudiger, free header. Up to halfway. Werner can't get there. Konate does. Chalobah wins second ball, plays it forward looking for Lukaku. Up against Van Dijk, who just simply rolls it out to Robertson. There's Kai Havertz, still running, chasing. And Chelsea win back position, but then they nick in and win it again, Liverpool. Oh, yeah, you got one additional sub in extra time. Of course you do. Yeah, exactly. So Chelsea's still got their one to make. Anyway, Alexander-Arnold's got the ball. Halfway inside of his own half and plays it inside to Fabinho. Bottom of the centre circle. Back to Konate. And Chelsea are pressing. But pushed up inside their half, but not exactly pressing right up in their faces. Konate to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Forward to Elliott. Forced backwards. Alexander-Arnold. Again, goes back to the goalkeeper, takes a touch. Lukaku goes to pressing, then stops. So Kelleher, left foot, up to halfway. Thiago Silva wins a free header, heads it forward. Konate collects it. Alexander-Arnold now shut down by Alonso. Into Elliott, who takes a touch around Kovacic backwards, then comes forward. Plays it into Diaz, who's got Chalobah up against him. And contact. And flicks it out to Robertson, who's got a bit of space, halfway inside of our half, driving forward towards the edge of the box. Cross comes in, Alonso, free header, just gets the ball away. Werner up against Fabinho. Who wins it? You can imagine. Milner's got it. Robertson, halfway inside of our half, ball up the line. Diaz is running still. Tries to keep it in play, doesn't, falls over the ball. Diaz is thinking, what is going on here? I've come to England, I know it's been fast, but he's blowing. He's blowing out of his backside. To be fair to Diaz, he probably thought, I'd Azpilicueta on my bum most of the game. He's gone off and now Reece James has turned up. Look at the size of him. Anyway. So, Chelsea play out to the right-hand side. The ball up the line. And Kai Havertz tries to lay it off. Liverpool step in, but it goes out of play for a Chelsea throw-in. Reece James to take it. halfway inside of our half. Reece James. Conte goes short, so does Kovacic. Gives it to Kovacic. He doesn't. It goes back to Thiago Silva. Takes a touch, calms it down. Back to Mendy. Mendy flicks the ball out to Alonso. He's got time and space to take 2-3 touches, drive forward up to halfway. He's still going. And there's a runner, Lukaku, pinned up against Van Dijk, edge of the box, left-hand side, back to goal. Gives it to Havertz, to Werner. Havertz is calling for it far post. Werner, little dink. Unlucky, Timo Werner. On his left foot, he's driving forward. He sort of comes on his right foot, spots a little gap, and he does a little floater to the back post. It just goes over. Who's offside? No one's offside. They're giving offside against someone. I don't know why or who. Unlucky from Werner, though. His intention was great. The linesman gave offside. It was never offside. Anyway, Liverpool take the goal kick short. Van Dijk collects it. Left to centre. Back to Konate. Plays the ball into Elliott, who dummies it. Yotta's not there. Thiago Silva wins it. Back to Alonso. Inside their half. Halfway. Left-hand side. Liverpool, everyone tracking back. Alonso just keeps hold of it. Turns back. Goes back to Rudiger. Bottom of the centre circle is Thiago Silva. Inside of our half. Gives it out to Rudiger. Ball over top. There's a runner. It's Lukaku. Wide open. Dead centre. Chests it down. Holds off Konate. Gives it to Timo Werner. Werner now plays it back to Conte. Outside is Alonso. Liverpool got a high line. Pushed up on the edge of their box, which is why Chelsea had to hold on to possession and go backwards. And now Rudiger plays a great ball out to Reece James. Takes it down up against Robertson. Drives in the corner box. Lays it off to Kai Havertz. Tries to keep on possession. He doesn't. He sort of flicks it outside to Reece James. Tries to get across him. Blocked off by Robertson. Goes out of play for Chelsea throwing right by the corner flag. James to take it. Havertz goes short. Nobody else shows for him at the minute. Now Conte does. Kovacic does. Goes back to Havertz. Just gives it to Chalobah. Havertz flicks it to Reece James. Back to Conte. Kovacic. Back to Thiago Silva up against Salah. Does well to evade a problem. Back out to Reece James. Halfway inside their half. From right to left. Back to Thiago Silva. Good ball to the left-hand side to Werner, who's got acres. Up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. Edge of the box. Back on his right foot. Into Kovacic. Back to Timo Werner. Takes one touch, two touch. Driving across from left to right. Conte. Oh, dear. Unlucky. Unlucky Conte. They play the ball out to Conte, who's following up on the right-hand side. And it takes a massive bobble as he strikes it and he goes high into the stands. Unlucky, though. Liverpool's defensive line are on the edge of their own box, just sort of shifting from right to left, making it difficult for trying to find a little ball in. So Liverpool making another sub. Divock Origi's coming on now. There must be 5 in the game. So we've got 2 subs to make. He's probably saved him for the second half of extra time to go at him, I think. Who's coming off? 23 for Liverpool's coming off. That's Diaz. Diaz is off. Origi's on. So Origi play that left-hand side or we play through the middle? Let's wait and see. Kelleher launches it. Chalobah wins a good ball up against Origi. First time of asking. Reece James doesn't win it, but then he does well. Chalobah to win it again. He's over halfway. Driving forward, Chalobah. Lukaku, right-hand channel. I think he's offside. Pulls it back on his left foot. Lukaku shoots and scores! But he's offside. Unlucky Lukaku. He makes a great run. Makes a great run on that right-hand side. That right channel. Chalobah did great to spot the pass, nick it. But Lukaku asked for the ball 3 times. And the third time he gets it, Chalobah takes 1 touch too many. And by that point, Lukaku is off. VAR's checking it. Is he off? I'm not sure he is. I'm looking at a replay. He looks onside, doesn't he, Ozzy? Oh, he's just off. Just off. Inches. Deary me. Anyway, Liverpool come forward. Robertson. Conte's taking him out. Conte. N'Golo Conte is trying to shut him down. And Robertson stepped past him the first time. And then Robertson turned back. And Conte just turned around and just took him out. Oh, dearie me. What a game of football this is. This is a great game to watch for a neutral. Anyway, so Conte's booked. He joins Mateo Kovacic. I'm not even sure any Liverpool players are booked yet. Liverpool got a free kick, level the width of the penalty box. About 30 yards from goal. 25 yards from goal, I'd say. James Miller's over it. Chelsea's got a high line. Edge of the box. Van Dijk's got a free run here. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot. Van Dijk goes up against Thiago Silva. Silva wins it against him. Liverpool win back second ball. Salah plays to the back post. Jota up against Reece James. Reece James wins it and comes away with the ball. Someone's down. Chelsea players down inside the box. It's Rudiger. It's gone out of play for a Liverpool throw-in, but Tony Rudiger's down. He is down. Hold on to his chest. Tony Rudiger's saying to the referee, what is he doing? And Rudiger can't believe it. Rudiger's claiming that when the ball went in the box, somebody just went straight into him and just gave him an elbow in his chest. And he's looking to say if anybody else has seen it, and no one else has seen it. The referee said play on. So Liverpool come back with possession and Chelsea win it back. Lukaku gets beaten to it by Konate. Chase it down Lukaku. He doesn't. Jota. Liverpool go backwards though. Alexander-Arnold is 10 yards inside of our half, right-hand side of centre. Outside is Elliott, shut down by Rudiger. Rudiger's got to calm down. Fabinho to Elliott now. Right back position. Tries to find Salah in beyond Alonso, but Alonso wins it. Now Rudiger plays the ball forward, looking for the run of Werner up against Dick Van Dijk. It goes back to Kelleher. Kelleher takes a touch and just gives it to Konate. Keep going, Timo. Out to Alexander-Arnold. First time ball to Salah. Up against Rudiger one-on-one. But Alonso comes back in. Salah's forced square and well done to Conte, who comes out and wins it off of him. Alonso picks up halfway inside of our half and gives it to Kai Havertz. Just holds it up and goes back to Rudiger. Nice and simple. Thiago Silva, first time passing to Kovacic. Halfway inside of our half. Shut down by Elliott. Back to Rudiger. Shut down by Elliott again. Thiago Silva, back to Rudiger. Get rid of it. And he does. Outside of his boot to Lukaku. Up against Konate. And Konate's all over him. And brings him to the ground. And Lukaku claims a free kick and gets it from the referee. Well done. Free kick to Chelsea on the halfway line. Konate's got both arms over him like that. So Lukaku can't even move. It's a free kick all day long. And he's 1-1, Lukaku. Well done. So Rudiger takes a free kick and over the top, looking for Kai Havertz, who made a run on the left wing behind Alonso. Liverpool win back possession. And then Salah's up against Alonso. Alonso wins it off of him. Well done, Alonso. Gives it to Kovacic. Conte. Alonso. Outside of his Kai Havertz. Left-hand side of the box. Left-hand side. He comes on his right foot. Steps around Elliott. Conte. Chaloba. Right wing is Reece James. 20 yards from goal. Outside of his Timo Werner. Gives him a bad pass, but Werner does well to win it back. Chaloba now. Ball into the box. Doesn't beat Van Dijk. Comes out to Rudiger. Rudiger out to Kai Havertz. Collects it. Gives it back to Rudiger. Alonso's up the line, but goes back inside to Havertz. Back to Kovacic. Thiago Silva centre circle. Raking ball out to Reece James. Acres of space. Brings it down on his right foot. Takes a touch. Looks for his options. Goes back to Conte. Liverpool with everyone behind the ball defending. Chelsea moving it from right to left. Thiago Silva now. Rudiger. Over the top is the runner. And the runner is Werner in behind Van Dijk, who heads it away only as far as Alonso. Alonso takes a touch and goes back inside to Kovacic. Lukaku's asking for it in the box and not getting it yet. Ball's played to Kai Havertz. Bad first touch. Salah flicks it away. 2.5 minutes until half time. Now, my clock people, I'm going to stop it on 1:05 just to make sure we can carry on second half because I ain't got the best of technology here. Anyway, Alonso take a throw-in. 30 yards from Liverpool goal. On the left-hand side. Up the line to Kai Havertz, who just takes it down, holds off Alexander-Arnold, turns around, smacks it against him, and goes off for a throw-in to Chelsea. Right, Alonso to take it. Inside to Conte, gets it back first time. Takes a touch out of his feet, drives it into the box, headed away by Van Dijk. Chalobah collects it high, but Jota wins the ball off him. Reece James fouls Jota, just steps into him and Jota falls over. Of course he does. And he goes out of play for a Liverpool free kick. What's happening now? The referee's come over again, having a word with someone. He's having a word with Reece James about something here. Reece James is laughing with him. Of course I'm not booked Jane. There's so much bias towards Liverpool and Man City in this country. It's unbelievable. Anyway, gone back to Kelleher now. Who's by his left-hand side of his penalty spot. 2-touch, 3-touch, just walking. Gives it to Van Dijk. Plays a little pass into Milner, who plays the first-time ball out to Robertson, left-hand side. He's got acres, to be fair, to run into, and he has. Halfway inside our half now. Lays it off to Origi. Gets it back. Jota to Origi. Kovacic all over him. Forced them backwards. Milner. Right-hand side is Alexander-Arnold. Takes a touch. Plays the ball towards the back post. Over everyone. Out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. Nice and simple. See, it's not Man United anymore because they're not as good as they used to be because Fergie's not there. So 30 seconds away from half-time, extra time, and I'm going to stop my clock on 1:05 just so I can sync up with the other one, the second half of extra time, only because my clock won't work the way I want it to work. Let's just say that. It's basic. Anyway. So, Tuchel is telling Edouard Mendy just to launch it from the goal kick. He's taking his time by the looks of it, and he does. He now launches it. Left-hand side of centre, Lukaku up against Fabinho, wins it. Alonso, outside of him is Havertz, drives forward. Left-hand side of the penalty box, Havertz towards the back post. Oh, just over Werner's head. Werner come onto it, leap like a salmon, just over his head. Now Reece James plays to the back post. And it's going to go out of play, all the way out for a throw-in to Liverpool, right by their own corner flag. Great play from Chelsea. Up to Lukaku. Evades the first challenge. Heads it forward to Alonso. Flicks it out to Havertz. A little dink ball to Werner. And he's up against Robertson. And it goes underneath him. Unlucky. And now Liverpool just launch the ball away. Up over halfway. Thiago Silva heads it away. Up in the air to Elliott. Jota. Alonso wins it back. We're 20 seconds away from half-time in extra time. Conte, Kovacic driving forward. Been fouled by Fabinho, but carries on Kovacic. Up the line is Kai Havertz. Up against Alexander-Arnold. Shoulder barge, the two of them. Alexander-Arnold's on the bench or on the floor. Him and Havertz having words now. Nose to nose, the two of them. Alexander-Arnold flicked his head towards him then. Then Elliott pushes Havertz and then... Tony Rudiger comes out and just gives him what for. Who's getting booked here? The youngster Elliott wants it. Look, he's all over. He wants to have a fight with people. Kai Havertz. Now Tony Rudiger and Milner. Milner's telling him to F off. Rudiger wants it with Milner now. It's quite funny. So Havertz and Havertz shoulder barge Trent Alexander-Arnold and end up on the floor. But Alexander-Arnold managed to get the ball away and he flicks it away from Kai Havertz. And then as Havertz goes to walk away, they clash feet. So Alexander-Arnold gets the ump and he steps up and he pushes Kai Havertz. Then they're nose to nose. So when they do that, Elliott, the youngster, comes round and pushes Kai Havertz, shoves him and goes, like, gives it all this. Elliott's probably about, 5'2". Anyway, as he does that, Tony Rudiger comes up, grabs Elliott and shoves him out of the way. And then Milner just, it's just ridiculous. So he's now booked. Alexander-Arnold's booked. So is Kai Havertz. Now, what else is happening here? Now, Tony Rudiger and Elliott having words. Rudiger's doing this. Rudiger gives Elliott a tap on his backside. And it's a Chelsea throw after all that. Ignore the clock. We're 107 minutes in, but that's now half-time and extra time. Half-time and extra time. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to have to wait 27 seconds in. For some reason, the scoreboard application that I've got is useless. I can't change it to a setting that's 105 minutes. I have to leave it like this and just keep going. So it's basic, it's crap, but we're halfway through the extra time. Oh, dearie me. So Chelsea have still got 2 subs up their sleeve. Notably, Jorginho, Sal, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, it wasn't, was it? Seiko, it wasn't offside. It wasn't offside. Anyway, both teams are enabled to they're able to go to the sidelines, and they can get themselves some more instruction from the benches there, and drinks and all sorts. I don't think this was allowed. Right, Jorginho's got his kit off. Jorginho's coming on second half. Who's he coming on for? So Jorginho's coming on with the armband. Is he coming on, Jorginho? He's got he's kitted up. Right, with that, Liverpool have their little round of applause and go and start the second half. Thomas Tuchel now gets everyone into a semicircle, into a circle even, and he's giving everyone instructions here. Thomas Tuchel. You can see what he's saying. He's doing this. He's doing this a lot. And everyone is just looking at him. And he's talking to everybody. So who's the change? He's having a word with Timo Werner. Conte. George Best. George Best. Oh, dearie me. Anyway, come on now. Yeah, Jorginho's coming on. So Jorginho's coming on for Mateo Kovacic. Fair play. Come on, Jorginho. Obviously, when it comes to penalties, so him and Conte slap hands like the water boy. So second period of extra time. We're talking 105 minutes onwards now. Chelsea going to kick off, kicking towards the Chelsea fans. As you look at the TV coverage, the benches are the other side of the pitch. We're looking at it right on. Chelsea kicking to the right-hand side from left to right. I will start my clock 27 seconds in because I can't adjust it because I lose it and it's ridiculous. Come on, Chelsea, do this. Lukaku, give us a goal, mate. Lukaku to kick off. And he does. And he goes back to Thiago Silva. Shut down by Origi. Gives it Jorginho's first touch is good. Plays it out to the right-hand side to Reece James. And there's the run of Lukaku in behind Konate. Unlucky. Kelleher was off his line like a flash. Collects the ball and rolls it out straight away to Fabinho, who comes forward. Plays it to left-hand side to Robertson. It's Jota. Inside to Fabinho. Shut down by Conte. I'll start my clock. Now, up to Milner. Trying to find a flick ball through, but Rudiger goes back and beats Salah to it. And well done. And Mendy goes back to Thiago Silva. Out to Reece James, who flicks it forward for Timo Werner. Well done. He got a shout there. He had someone up his backside. Back to Chalobah, who launches it forward to Chalobah. Lukaku collects it. He doesn't win the header, and he comes back. But Jorginho collects a loose ball. Finds Reece James on the halfway line. Turns away from Jota. Back to Chalobah. To Thiago Silva. Inside to Jorginho. Drops deep. Bottom of the centre circle. Raking ball out left-hand side. Great pass. Right to the feet of Alonso. Alonso, halfway inside their half. Up against Elliott. And he's played a 1-2. He's in. Alonso gets the cross and it's blocked away by Konate. And well done, Alonso. He's underrated going forward, Alonso. His actual use of the ball and his touch is outstanding. His technical ability is great. He just can't defend. Chelsea corner. From the left-hand side. Alonso goes out to take it. Left foot outswinger. Lukaku's there now. Kai Havertz is there. Rudiger's there. Thiago Silva, he's there. Reece James says, bog off to Alonso, I'm taking it. Reece James with a right foot in swinger. Come on, from the left-hand side. Havertz is there. We've got Chalobah, Lukaku, Alonso in the 6-yard box. Joined by Rudiger. Cross comes in. Rudiger with Keller. Keller gets a punch away. Comes out to the left-hand side. And Alexander-Arnold just half volleys it clear. Timo Werner's underneath it. Gets it out of play. He had a good shout there because he had Salah right behind him. Just put it out of play, Werner, on the halfway line. Well done. Come on, Chelsea. Get this one. Chances we've had in this game. Robertson with a throw-in. 5 yards inside of our half. Left-hand side, Robertson to take it. Up the line. Chalobah beats Origi to it. Jorginho steps in. Wins back the ball, goes back to Mendy. Plays it first time out to Alonso. Keep it in play, he does. Elliott goes to meet him. Flicks it around him. Inside Jorginho. Back out to Alonso. Back to Rudiger. Conte. Thiago Silva. Edge of his own box. Nice little ball into Conte, who tries to win it, but it's a stupid pass, really. Then Fabinho goes all the way back to Kelleher, and Werner's after him. Kelleher side foots it up to halfway. Conte's underneath it, heads it down to Reece James. Liverpool claiming a handball again. Then Jorginho collects it under James Milner's challenge, goes down. Free kick to Chelsea, 5 yards inside of our half. Taken quickly out to left-hand side to Alonso. Great first touch again, Alonso. Goes back to Rudiger. Plays a good pass out to the right-hand side to Reece James. Halfway inside their half. Chests it down and moves inside from right to left. Jorginho over the top. Lukaku tries to bring it down with Konate up against him. He can't. To be fair, the ball's played too far over him. It wasn't in front of him or to the side of him. But it's there, though. The ball's on. Liverpool give the ball away to Thiago Silva. Halfway line. Collects it. Tony Rudiger. Back to Thiago Silva. Shut down by Origi. Rudiger, 10 yards inside of our half. Plays it forward to Kai Havertz, who's dropped into loads of space. 10 yards inside their half now. Outside to Alonso. Lukaku goes up the line. Alonso. Out to Lukaku. Cross comes in. Kai Havertz takes a touch. Kai Havertz scores! Oh, he's offside. Deary me. Is he off? Is he offside? So Alonso gets the ball. He's 25 yards from goal. He flicks it out to Lukaku outside of him. Havertz is offside. He's 3 yards offside when he collects it. He's back to goal. He's off. He is offside. Tuchel's up the sideline. Runs up the sideline towards the Chelsea fans, and halfway he sort of looks over, goes, oh, and he stops. Deary me. Good finish from Havertz, though. Collect it left-footed, left side of the penalty spot. Drilled it, bottom corner. Anyway, Liverpool launch it forward. Chalobah does well to beat Origi, and then Conte just holds off Jota. Gives it out to James Milner. To Reece James. He goes past Milner twice. Then just holds off Robertson, but doesn't. Then he does. He beats Origi to it. He's fouled Origi. Referee says play on. He's noted it, though. I think James might get booked here. Anyway. So, Trent Alexander-Arnold launches the ball forward, right-hand side, looking for Salah. Silva comes across, heads it to Alonso, back to goal. Halfway inside our own half, flicks it up to left-hand side. It'll be a Liverpool throw-in. Alexander-Arnold to take it 10 yards inside of our half this time. Taking his time. Throws it forward up the line. Jorginho collects it from Thiago Silva. Flicks it off the Liverpool player. Salah. It goes out of play for a Chelsea throw-in. Halfway inside our own half at the minute. Rudiger leaves it to Alonso. Throws it 10 yards inside of him to Jorginho and gets it back. Alonso plays it off for Elliott. Moves up 10 yards further forward. Another Chelsea throw-in. Again to Jorginho. Back to Alonso. Elliott nicks in. Rudiger just launched it up to halfway. Lukaku chests it down, but Liverpool see he's going to do it and nick it off of him. Van Dijk out to Robertson. Left-hand side of centre on the halfway line. Strides forward 10 yards, stops, puts his foot on the ball and goes backwards. Back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Konate now. 10 yards inside his own half. Strides forward, 2 or 3 touches, stops and goes backwards. Chelsea pressing. Not pushed, not all the way, but good. Robertson gets the ball, shut down by Reece James. Back to Van Dijk, bottom of the centre circle, goes to the right back position to Alexander-Arnold, who's shut down by Alonso, but he finds Milner. Plays the ball inside to Jota. Well done, Reece James. He spotted it and he'd run across him and won the ball back. And Conte finds Timo Werner. Chance to put the afterburners on Werner. He's got 2 runners. Werner's ball is bad. He had Lukaku near side, making a run down the channel. He had Kai Havertz in behind. And he's played a ball so high, Keller just stood there and caught it. Anyway, Liverpool got the ball. Van Dijk collects it. just lays it off to the Fabinho, finds Robertson, halfway line, left wing, literally. Plays the ball forward and Chalobah stretches to get the ball away. Has he done himself a mischief? Chalobah is down. He's injured, Chalobah. I think he strained his ligament or something. Anyway, he's down. Liverpool still got possession. Outside of our box, Milner. To the right-hand side is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Chalobah's trying to get up. Salah taking on two players, Rudiger and Alonso, and they both block him off and do well. Followed up by Jorginho, who then just plays the ball out of play for Liverpool throwing, but Chalobah's in trouble here. He stretched to try and block off the pass up the line. No, he's fine. He's right now. I thought he stretched. He's got a bit of cramp maybe. But Liverpool then waste possession. They play it into the box. And Mendy comes out and collects it. And Mendy's saying to Chalobah, you all right? If you're not, go down. Anyway, Kepa. I'm looking at Kepa. Kepa's come off the bench. He's gone to the changing rooms. He's got his bottoms off. Shorts on with his gloves in his hand. Anyway, possession. Chelsea play it forward, high. Konate wins it. Fabinho gives it to James Milner. And Chelsea are backing off now. Not good. Comes out to Robertson. Halfway inside of our half. Left wing. Plays it inside to James Milner. Takes a touch back outside to Origi. Gets it back straight away. But well done for Werner for tracking back. Chelsea get everyone behind the ball now. Konate halfway. Outside of him is Alexander-Arnold. Plays it out to wing to Salah. Halfway inside of our half. Right out on the byline. Collects it, comes inside and gives it to Alexander-Arnold, who plays the ball further forward. And Thiago Silva goes past three players to win the ball back and gets the ball away. Well done, Silva. Oldest player on the pitch. His mind is the youngest. He's outstanding, Thiago Silva. Anyway, Alexander-Arnold with a throw-in. 6 minutes to go. Short to Jota. Gets it back. Plays the ball high. Reece James up against Origi. Wins the first ball, but Milner wins the second ball. Turns away from Conte. Fabinho. Out to Salah. Salah, well done, Kai Havertz. He steps in and just wins it off of him. Gives it to Rudiger. But Salah wins it back. Inside of our box, Salah. Rudiger steps in, well done, and then Conte follows up and gets the ball away. Only as far as Alonso, who plays up the line to Lukaku. Lukaku up against Fabinho. He's beaten him. Lukaku is away. Lukaku up the line. He's got Werner back post. He tries to find him. Crosses bad, and Van Dijk just volleys the ball away for Chelsea throw-in. Halfway inside of our half. Lukaku saying to Timo Werner, run towards the penalty spot. Actually, don't stay back post. Make a run towards the near post. The cross was awful, Lukaku. Come on. 5 to go. Come on. Players are blowing. You can tell. Blowing out their bums. Alonso with a throw-in. 30 yards from goal. Gets it back from Havertz. Gives it back to him. Havertz, unlucky. Tries to hold off Alexander-Arnold. Plays it out of play. Saul Niguez is warming up. Anyway, and Saul and Sarr. And Loftus-Cheek. They can influence the game with 4.5 minutes to go. Anyway, they take the throw in and Conte wins it. Alonso collects it. Just dribbling up the line. Well done, Alonso. He's away from 2. Plays it back inside to Havertz. Werner's in. Is he offside? He's not. Gets to the byline. Oh, they take it off his toes. Is he offside or not? Yeah, he's offside. Unlucky. Chelsea win back possession and play it into the corner of the penalty box. Lukaku just flicks it and there's Werner running behind. Kepa's coming on, you know. He's got his gloves on. He's sitting on the bench, shorts off. He's got similar top to this. And he's waiting for the call to come on. He's the last change. Kelleher's going to make the change. Launches it forward. Origi doesn't win the header. Chalobah wins the second one. Jorginho brings it down. Flicks it forward, looking for Havertz, but Konate just launched it forward and away. Thiago Silva wins the header, but Origi picks up second ball. Halfway inside of our half. Goes back to Robertson. Drives forward 10 yards and flicks it back to Origi. Holds it up under Reece James' challenge. Back to Milner. Milner back to Konate. Centre circle. Centre spot. Moves the ball out to the right-hand side to Salah. Up against Alonso. Comes across halfway inside of our half. From right to left. Plays it into the feet of Origi. Lays it off to Milner. One more is Robertson. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot to where Jota was. Can't get his shot right. And Chelsea get it away to Werner on the right wing. Timo Werner. 10 yards inside of our half. Lays it off to Conte and goes. And Conte plays the ball too high to him. Van Dijk's read it and just drops back to collect the ball and goes back inside to Kelleher. Comes out to Fabinho. 10 yards inside of his own half. Left-hand side. Halfway line. Robertson. Left wing. Driving forward. Havertz is there. So is Reece James. Nutmegs Reece James, but Chalobah follows up and just clears it away. Fabinho's touch is poor, but takes him backwards inside his own half. Halfway inside his own half, and he plays it to Konate. Bottom of the centre circle. Right of centre. Goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Under pressure from Alonso, goes straight back to Konate. Chelsea pushed up to the halfway line. The press. Not everyone. Goes out to Alexander-Arnold. Finds Milner. Centre circle. He can turn. But he goes back to Fabinho. He goes one more to Van Dijk, who finds Robertson. Chelsea's got 5 lined up across the defensive line. Chelsea's wing-backs have dropped back in. Chelsea's midfield's working hard. Liverpool going back to go forward. They've gone out to the right-hand side to Elliott now. Inside is Alexander-Arnold. Cross comes in. Well played Chalobah. Alexander-Arnold plays a ball to the back post and Origi's there. In to Kepa's coming on. The final change is Kepa for Mendy. With a minute and a half to go. Come on, Kepa. Come on, Kepa, my son. Edouard Mendy comes off. It must be like... Look, I know Kepa's great at saving penalties and he deserves to be involved in this game because of what he's done for us leading up to this final. Edouard Mendy has been a massive difference to Chelsea since he's turned up. His save today is one of the best saves you ever see from Sadio Mane. But fair play to Thomas Tuchel for saying to Kepa, got confidence in you to deal with this penalty shootout if it gets that far. Let's hope it does now. My God, imagine if they scored. Oh, dearie me. Anyway, so Kepa's first touch is a goal kick. Collects the ball from Thiago Silva. Gives it a bounce 2 or 3 times. Come on, Kepa. Come on, mate. Takes his time. Spins the ball onto the 6-yard box. Left foot next to it. Stretches out his right hamstring as he goes to take it. So Kepa's going to launch it. And he does. Over halfway. Lukaku's underneath it. Wins it. Werner's looking for it, but Alexander-Arnold gets in front of him and launches it forward to halfway. Silva heads it back across goal. Mendy across goal, into their half. Rudiger wins the second ball. Werner flicks it forward. Up in his head, tennis at the minute, just launching it forward. 1 minute of added time, and then it's penalties. Werner now collects it, tries to flick it forward. He can't. Fabinho launches it up in the air again. Then Thiago Silva comes across and gives it to Werner, who finds Alonso. And Lukaku's trying to get in behind Konate. He can't. Konate covers him off and goes back to Kelleher. Takes a touch. Fall over. He doesn't. He clears it. Up to Jorginho. Doesn't win the header against Jota. And then Thiago Silva brings down Origi. Referee says play on. No, he doesn't. It's a free kick to Liverpool with 30 seconds to go. And with that, Dick Van Dijk goes forward. Jurgen Klopp is going mad. He's already warned the referee once. He's going mad with the fourth official again about not getting booked. The fourth official saying to him, no. Now Klopp's calmed down. Tuchel's now sitting down. It's going to be a penalty shootout. So the free kick comes up to the edge of the penalty box. Havertz wins the first header with Van Dijk. There's a melee on the floor. Then Reece James gets the ball away and the referee blows up and we're up for a penalty shootout. It's penalties. I'm going to the toilet. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. I'm back, people. We are back. We are back. It's a penalty shootout. Thomas Tuchel is currently sitting on the floor. There's a circular, like a huddle with Chelsea players all around him. He's not sitting on the floor. He's down on his knees. And he's giving them a chat about, make sure that you're positive, confident. Come on now. Come on. So who's going to be the penalty takers? Kepa. Will Kepa step up? Come on, mate. Come on. Let's make this 3 trophies from 3 this season. So, Jorginho is captain now with James Milner. And the penalties are being taken at the Liverpool end. Clock. Clock. Liverpool going first. We lost both. So the toss for each end, we lost the end, and we also lost who's going to go first. So Liverpool's going to go first. The penalty's been taken at the Liverpool end. So you look at Chelsea's players. Now, I haven't seen the lineup, and don't spoil it, anybody in the chat, because don't forget we're a minute behind. So Chelsea's penalty takers have got to be Lukaku, Jorginho, Werner, Kai Havertz, plus one other. So Liverpool's first penalty taker is James Milner. In front of the Liverpool fans with Kepa. So Kepa sort of went over to him, have a word, and the referees called the 2 goalkeepers together. So James Miller's standing on the edge of the D, outside the box with the ball in his arm. And the camera, the actual Wembley camera, is on one of those harnesses. It can move around and is all free. And it's just circled him. So the referee's having a word with Kepa. So Milner looks sternly faced. Kepa's on the penalty spot, jumping up and down. Referee's time to get back on his goal line. Come on, Kepa. Now, you'd imagine that Kepa would have done his studying. If he was always the one to do the penalties, he would have studied Liverpool players. So James Milner's going to take his penalty. Kepa is bouncing up and down. He's doing all this, Kepa. Milner to step up. Camera's behind the goal, behind him, and he fires it into the bottom left corner. Kepa went the other way, and it's 1-0 Liverpool. I'll do the scores as they are. The penalties. So, first up to take it for us is Marcus Alonso. The camera's behind the penalty taker. Alonso, left-footed, up against Kelleher. Alonso steps up. Oh, dearie me. Fires it in the bottom corner. The goalkeeper went the right way. It's 1-1. Good penalty, Alonso. Remember Ashley Cole, Munich? Great penalty that was. Right into the side netting. This one was low down. And if anything, Kelleher dived sort of over it. Anyway, Fabinho stepping up for Liverpool. Fabinho to take it. Kepa stands 6-yard box. Staring him out. Referee's time to step back. No, he steps back slowly. It's like the old gunslinger at the OK Corral. It's just like... So, Fabinho to take it. Kepa moving from left to right. Fabinho, oh, dearie me. Just flicks it up in the air. Just a little dink where it just floats into the middle of the goal. Kepa dives to his right. The ball just floats in behind him. 2-1 Liverpool. Lukaku steps up. Come on, Lukaku. £96.5 million. You scored Club World Cup semi-final. You scored the Club World Cup final. No spoilers, people, in the chat. No spoilers whatsoever. Lukaku left-footed. Staring at the ball only. Up against Kelleher. Lukaku steps up, left-footed. Beats the goalkeeper. Sends him the wrong way. Well done. Gives it all that to Liverpool fans. Then tells Kepa just to calm himself. 2-2 on penalties. Well done, Lukaku. So, Dick Van Dijk steps up. The third one for Liverpool. Van Dijk to take it. Up against Kepa. Once again, the referee's telling Kepa to get back on his goal line. He's up on the 6-yard box. Kepa, arms aloft. Van Dijk takes 5 steps back. Staring at the ball only. Kepa. Oh, do you know what? He's just scored. Kepa was over to the right-hand side. He wasn't in the centre of his box. It was on the right-hand side of his area, of his goal line, and Van Dijk put it in like above him. And Kepa should have saved it, but he didn't. Kai Havertz is now stepping up for Chelsea. 3-2 Liverpool on penalties so far. Havertz to step up. Up against Kelleher. Come on. Referee's having a word with him. Takes a second to roll his socks up, which is what you do in this situation. What's he doing? Havertz up against Kelleher. Puff of the cheeks. Steps up. Havertz takes his time. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Nice and simple. 3-3. Good penalty. He done the old sort of as if he's going to run up full pelt and slow himself down and then played it into the bottom corner with Kelleher going the wrong way. Kepa's got close twice. Kelleher's got close once. Alexander-Arnold stepping up for Liverpool. And once again, Kepa walks up towards the penalty spot. The referee's telling him to go back to his goal line. Kepa's trying to do the old stare down. He's trying. Alexander-Arnold places the ball on the penalty spot. Kepa's like this on his goal line. This time he's dead centre. But he's moving from left to right. Kepa. Alexander-Arnold fires it right into the corner, in the side netting, and it's 4-3 Liverpool. He went the right way, Kepa. Went the right way. Right, who's up for Chelsea now? Jorginho will be the 5th one. Reece James steps up. Reece James is Chelsea's 4th penalty taker. Come on, Reece James. Relax yourself. Don't think about it too much. Just make up your mind now and don't change your mind. Stick with it and just go with it. So Reece James steps up against Kelleher. Right-footed Reece James takes 1, 2, 3, 4 steps back. Looks at the referee, all calm and collected. Kelleher stands like this with his arms by his side. Or his hands just drooped in front of him. James shoots into the corner. Kelleher went the right way. Great penalty from Reece James. Kelleher, if anything, he does this and he goes through his arms. 4-4 on penalties. And he's given it all that, Reece James, to the Liverpool fans. 4-4. This is squeaky bum time, people. It's going to be Mohamed Salah, surely. And it is Salah to step up. 5th penalty for Liverpool. Once again, Kepa is standing right on the penalty spot. Salah's not even looking at him. Salah's got his head down. Kepa's trying to get in his mind. And then once again, the referee tells him to get back. Kepa's trying to psych him out. And the referee's saying to him to get back on your goal line. And with that, Kepa's going step by step. Now he's on his goal line, clapping. He's jumping up and down the crossbar. Salah steps up and he scores, Salah. Right inside the corner. The opposite corner to where Kepa had gone this way as we're watching him from behind the kicker. His right. Salah went to his left and put it right inside the side netting. A great penalty from Salah. So the pressure's all on Jorginho. Jorginho steps up. All on him. Could this be down to those that said, nah, I don't really fancy it? Jorginho does the old... He puts his foot down next to the penalty spot. Takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps back to the edge of the box. Jorginho stands astern. Just calms himself. Steps up. Does his jump. Goalkeeper goes. Plays it the wrong side and gives all that to Liverpool fans. It's 5-5. Great penalty from Jorginho. Nice and simple. He's given encouragement to Kepa. There's not been a save yet from anyone. We could be here all night. Deary me. Right, so who's up for Liverpool first up? It's Jota. Diogo Jota stepping up. Picks up the ball on the edge of the box, staring at it, looking for the valve, obviously. Kepa once again. He's been spoken to early by the referee, who's told him to get back on his goal line. He's on his 6-yard box. Kepa staring him out. He's trying to do. So Kepa steps back, adjusts his gloves. Jota steps up, right-footed, takes his toys, takes a step back. Jota, deep breath, 3-step run up, drills it down the middle, just beyond Kepa's foot. 6-5 Liverpool. Who's the 6th penalty taker for us? The 6th penalty taker is going to be Werner. It's Tony Rudiger. Timo Werner. Put Werner there, for God's sake. Who else have we got left to take him? Thiago Silva, Timo Werner. Right, Rudiger's up. Rudiger. Dead centre, just line up. Dead centre with the ball. Score. Don't blast it over. Rudiger scores, side foot. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Good penalty, Rudiger. Well done. 6-6 gives it all out as well, Rudiger. Well done. 6-all. Next up for Liverpool. Kenny Dalglish. Divock Origi steps up. We've got to go Werner next. Timo Werner's got to go next. Seriously. Liverpool fan with her hands on her forehead, with a haircut from the 1970s, bless her. Origi collects the ball. Right foot. Takes 3 steps backwards. Kepa's bounced on his goal line. Origi strikes it down the middle. Kepa moves to his right. Scores. 7-6 Liverpool. Deary me. Who's up for Chelsea next? We got Thiago Silva. You got Timo Werner. N'Golo Conte stepping up, and he does not look confident. I just say this, man. Why are you holding Werner back? Conte steps up, right-footed, puts the ball on the penalty spot, hands on his hips as he starts walking backwards. Please score. Please score. Come on, Conte. Not a bead of sweat on him, by the way. He's played 120 minutes. Conte sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Great penalty. Keeper dived to his left. Conte put it to his right. Well done. Fist pumps everywhere in the Chelsea faithful. Come on now. We're now at the 8th penalty takers, and Robertson steps up for Liverpool. Andrew Robertson steps up. Left foot up. Now, I always remember Petr Cech talking about after Munich when we won the Champions League, saying that when you get to this stage of a game, players will normally tender or favour going to the opposite side or their favoured side. Robertson does exactly that. Goes to the left-hand side. His left. Kepa dives to his right. Scores Robertson. Remember the Arjen Robben penalty against Chelsea in the Champions League final? Extra time where Cech saved it. He said at that time in the game, you always know that the players are tired. They're going to favour just going straight to that side. Rather than trying to play across themselves, they're going to go to that side. So left footers will put it in left corner. Right footers will go right corner. Timo Werner now for the 8th penalty for Chelsea. Come on, Timo. Score. Concentrated. Steps back. Arms by his side. Now steps up. Puts it in the bottom corner underneath the arms of Kelleher, who nearly saved it, but he scored, and it's 8-all. And Werner's walking back going, Kelleher dived over it. It went underneath his arm. Now remember, Kepa was brought on to be... right, Elliott, the youngsters. The youngster is stepping up for Liverpool. Harvey Elliott. Deary me. Exactly. Deary me. Elliott, left footer. Steps back. Kepa is pointing the way he wants to put it. He's pointing to his right, Kepa. Elliott's left. And he plays it down that side that Kepa had asked him to. Kepa went the other way and he scored. So it's 9-8. Who's left to take for us? Kepa, Thiago Silva, and one other. And who's the other? Trevor Chalobah. No, Chalobah. Yeah, Chalobah's the other one. Who's going to step up for us? Thiago Silva now. The 9th penalty taker for Chelsea. Collects the ball from Kepa. Walks up to the penalty spot. Come on, Thiago Silva, score. Referee's in his ear, as he is with everyone, saying put the ball on the spot properly, please. The old job's worth as a referee. Silva steps back. 5 steps. Steps up. Silva plays a great penalty to the left-hand side. The goalkeeper's gone to his right. 9-9. Come on. So we're getting into the old scrag ends of the penalties now. Those that shit a brick and were like, no, don't. Those where the manager thought, they're awful. Don't pick them. Kanate steps up for Liverpool. The defender, the centre-half Kanate steps up. He's walking up to the penalty spot. Picks up the ball. Once again, Kepa's there, staring him down on the 6-yard box. It's like rugby players. They step up and they pat down the pitch next to the penalty spot. So Kanate now steps back. Stands there. Hands on his hips. Watching Kepa. Kanate steps up. Oh, he scores. Kepa got a fingertip to it and couldn't stop it. Kepa got to it but couldn't stop it. And it's 10-9. Unlucky Kepa. He smashes the ball into the floor, Kepa. He went the right way and he got... as he was moving over, it hit like his fingers. The 2 outside fingers and it went in. So Chelsea's 10th penalty taker steps up and it's going to be Trevor Chalobah. And it is. So Chalobah's going to step up. It's going to go down. If he scores this, it goes down to the goalkeepers. Chalobah takes a step back. Come on. Come on. Hands on hips again. Right-footed. Keller just stands there, his hands like bound his side. Chalobah, great penalty. Over Kelleher's dive and goes in. It's 10-10. My scoreboard's gone knackered, I know. Ignore my scoreboard. I'm going to try and move it around if I can. But my scoreboard is absolutely knackered. Hold on. Let me move this if I can. Can I move this out? Let me see if I can just move this. I can't move it. I can't move it when I'm streaming. Anyway, Kelleher's going to take it. Ignore my scores. Kelleher to take the penalty against Kepa. Kepa, you got to save it. Kelleher, hands on hips, steps up, scores. A great penalty as far as the goalkeeper's concerned. He scores and puts it down the other side. It's now on Kepa, who's come on to save a penalty to win the cup for Chelsea. Kepa now needs to score, and then we start again. We could be here all night. Kepa steps back to take the penalty. Kepa against Kelleher. Steps up. He's put it high over the bar. Kepa's put it 10 yards over the bar, and Liverpool have won the cup. Oh my God. Kepa just stood back. As he struck the ball, he's leaning back as you do, and he's blasted it 10 yards over the bar, Kepa. Can you believe what he's just done? All the players are around him, giving him a hug and all that, so him not to worry about it. Of all the penalty takers, Kepa, he stepped back and like nonchalant. He just stepped up. And rather than think about placing it, rather than thinking about just go just be focused. He just steps back. He's just blasted it, and it's just gone 10 yards over the bar. And Liverpool win 11-10 on penalties. And for the most part of that game, the chances that we create in that game, I cannot believe that we've lost that game. I cannot believe that we've lost that game. But that's penalties for you. An absolute cracking game of football. And whether or not we should have had a goal disallowed for offside, I think it's quite dodgy. You look at Chelsea's chances we created in the game, we created much better chances than they did. And we should have taken them, and we didn't take them. And that's the difference. You must take the chances that you score And if you don't take them, then that's it. And that's what it's all come down to. So, penalties is a lottery. It goes either way. Kepa, unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Brought on to save the penalties and didn't save one of them. All 11. He got close to a couple of them. The last one they took, he got his hand to it. But Edouard Mendy made the save, I think, of one of the best saves I think I've ever seen. But Chelsea players are going around, the Chelsea fans applauding them. It's just tough. So the camera's focused on Kepa and Mason Mount just pushed the camera away. And I'm now watching Liverpool celebrate. I don't want to see that. I'm turning it off. So it's all about taking your chances. And what a game of football this was today, I have to say this. A game of football where both teams went at it to each other. They attacked each other. There was no sitting back defending. It was all about going for broke. And the amount of chances Chelsea created over the course of the whole game was amazing. Christian Pulisic, 6 minutes. Pinpoint save from Kelleher. Another one. Late on from Mason Mount. Volleys the ball wide. Another one from Mount. Another save from him. Another save from Kelleher where we should have scored. We hit the post with Mason Mount. And a goal disallowed for slight offside. Whether or not it's offside is yet to be seen. But a great game of football. It's a shame it comes down to penalties, but when it does, it's a lottery. And unfortunately, Kepa, when you look at the penalties, if you see the coverage of the penalties, he's all nonchalant. He stands up and just literally just blasts the ball 10 yards over the bar. And that's the shame. So, guys, I'm going to leave you there. There's no pub this evening. I'm going to leave you there because I need to go back inside and spend some time with wifey. Anyway, Chelsea lose the penalty shootout 10-11 to Liverpool. A great game of football. We should have won it with the chances we created, and we didn't take our chances. And therefore, if you don't take your chances, it comes back to bite you. And today it did with the penalty shootout. Thank you guys for watching. All 23,000 people that have watched or tuned into this stream at some point. I appreciate it. And you're right. We are world champions, Alonso. European champions. It's the League Cup. It's the third one of the 6 we're going for this season. Premier League's gone, so realistically, FA Cup and Champions League's there. Let's make it 4. Anyway, guys, have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Drop a like on the video for me. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Take care.